That's not one of Tudor tracks, huh? I am. What's good? What's good? What's good, family? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday, man. Jose, how we feeling, dog? Hey, bro, it is officially our first Tuesday in the Freedom Center, bruh. And I am so excited. I am so enthralled with emotion right now because behind the scenes, we have been working effortlessly for y'all. And I want to thank y'all, the trappers. I want to thank y'all because y'all could have been anywhere. But this week, y'all decided to be here. And we want y'all to know how grateful we are. Today is a day where so much is going on in this world. So much is going on in the economy. And I don't want to start off, Jose, by saying that freedom is not only a gift, Jose, it is also a responsibility. Freedom is not only a gift, but it is also a responsibility. And it's very rare, Jose, that we fall upon something that can play such a dual role. Because how can something be a gift and a responsibility? Because oftentimes responsibility can transform into burdens. Responsibilities can transform. They can take on a new role. When I think about people that came before us, they understood the importance of freedom. And I watched, Jose, I watched the idea of freedom evolve. And I watched Martin fight for a certain type of freedom. I watched Malcolm fight for a certain type of freedom. I watched Mandela fight for a certain type of freedom. I watched the Black Panther Party fight for a certain type of freedom. I watch women fight for a certain type of freedom and independence. We watch freedom take on a different role for every person, but also it becomes a responsibility because once you attain it, Jose, the goal now is to never, ever let it go. Let me rephrase that, Jose. Once you attain it, the burden now is to never relinquish it. That's a better word for it. Relinquishing. What happens, Jose, when we relinquish our freedom? I want to take us to this. I want to take us to a message right quick, Jose, that came to me right before we sat down. As we was moving around, and something came to me in my spirit, something came to me in my heart, and it said, Galatians 5:1 says, it is for freedom that Christ, it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm. And do not let yourself be burdened again by the yoke of slavery which you once was removed. So when I hear that, to me, I like to take stuff in no disrespectful way from not just a spiritual perspective, Jose. We think about the key word in that to me is yoke. Like a yoke was put on an animal to position it and to restrain it to a certain place, to restrict its movements, right? And then we read later on in different phrases where we hear breaking the yoke. And so when we listen to this, we hear be not burdened again by a yoke of slavery. So that means at some point you experienced freedom. Because again, after yoke means repetition. Okay. The again after yoke means repetitions. We double down by hearing the word which you once removed. All right. Okay. What is the yoke that you are striving to be removed from? What is the financial yoke that has been placed on you for years? Okay? What is the financial yoke that has been passed down to you from the people before you? What is the financial yoke that turned into a trauma that makes you now see money, life, freedom differently? What is the yoke that has burdened you to a life that you want to be removed from, but you have been shackled to? The yoke is the key word when I hear that passage. But it brings me back to the idea of freedom is not only a gift, it is a responsibility. It becomes a responsibility for the person who builds up the courage to break the yoke. Because what I've realized, Jose, what I've realized is that some of us get comfortable wearing the yoke. Some of us have normalized the yoke so much that it doesn't even bother us anymore. It brings me to this movie, Jose, that I watched the other day. It was a movie with the guy, what's this white guy name, bro? He's so good. I like Matthew McConaughey. And the movie was about him being what's called he walked away from the war. I can't think of the movie. He walked away from the war, right? And the people was coming to collect taxes, and he draw the guns down, and he was like, hey, we ain't going back. Deserters was what they called them. And so he ran into the swamps, free state of Jones. So he goes into the swamp and he meets up with these other black guys, these black slaves. But one of the slaves had this contraption on his neck. And the contraption was made so that it's uncomfortable. And you really couldn't break it. It was designed to where if you decided to leave the plantation, you couldn't go far because whoever saw that on you understood that you were a runaway. And so he was in a swamp with them for some time. And they was hunting and they was fishing and they was cool. And then they showed this picture of him, Jose, laying down. Matthew McConaughey looked at him and he said, hey, is that uncomfortable? And the slave adjusted his neck and he said, not really. And Matthew said, you mean you don't get dizzy from that? And he said, I learned to live with it. Now, I'm looking at this contraption on his neck, and it got to be about 20 pounds, bare minimal. It's around his neck. It got the full thing. I'm like, bro, and the whole while I'm watching, I'm like, you can't even put a shirt on. This has to be uncomfortable. But what happens when you normalize the thing that's holding you down? To where when you first put it on, you dizzy. And when you first put it on, you like, oh, my neck hurt. But now, watch this. The body and the mind is so strong, you disregard the discomfort and normalize the trauma. And so now you've adapted to walking around with this thing on your neck that was supposed to make you uncomfortable. I'm not even talking about the movie no more. I'm talking about you walking around knowing you got bad credit, but you okay with it. I'm talking about you walking around knowing you live in check to check, but you okay with it because your friend live in check to check and the person closest to you. I'm talking about you walking around spending your last for the holidays knowing you don't really got it, going deeper in debt because it's okay. I'm talking about you okay. You okay with the financial yoke and you scared to break it because you just normalized it's supposed to be this way. Now mind you this, Jose, they are runaway slaves, which means at some point they got tired and they decided to leave the plantation. Jose, how many of us get tired of being financially shackled, so we take a vacation, spend the money you don't have just to get a taste of freedom? We buy things that we don't necessarily have the money for, or we can use the money in a different way, but we okay with not having permanent freedom because we just want a taste of freedom. So watch this. We may have broke one of the links in the chain, but we still bearing the yoke. Jose, we broke the ones on our legs so that we can run, but we still bearing the one on our neck. We runaway slaves, Jose. We only want to take, like, running away from the plantation is better than being on a plantation, but we still risking our life every day. And so we never get the comfort of freedom, but we bearing the burden of the yoke. So Jose, what happens when the freedom transforms? Let me say that again. What happens when the freedom takes on another body than being a gift and metamorphosizes into being a responsibility? The responsibility. And then it tells us in the end of it, he said, which you once removed. Okay, watch this, Jose. Watch this, Jose. One day they hunting, and Matthew looks at him and says, hey, I could take that off for you. I was a blacksmith. I know about drilling and bending iron. But they had a screw on it. The thing that held it on his neck was close to his neck. And so he had to trust Matthew enough to pound on it on his neck while he leaned on a tree and hope that he didn't miss, because one miss drives the stake in his neck. Jose, are we so comfortable with bearing the yoke that we are not willing to take the risk of breaking it because we scared if we miss the mark, we die. But is not freedom worth dying for? Is that not the reason you ran from the plantation in the first place? Jose, the reason I quit my job, and I'm not saying people supposed to quit their job, but because you can find freedom from your job, because some slaves actually bought back their freedom by working the plantation. So let's not get that construed. But it's not the thing that you want worth dying for. Because if it ain't, you really don't want it. If the thing that you are chasing is not worth dying for. Now watch this, Jose. I'm not even talking about the physical debt. I'm talking about killing the habits that you got you there in the first place. I'm talking about dying to the mindset that make you look at money a different way. I'm talking about dying to the idea that losing money is the death of you. I'm talking about dying to the idea that sacrifice and saving is the death of you. I'm talking about taking your money out the bank, killing that mindset and saying the market is going to free me. I ain't necessarily talking about dying in the body. I'm saying dying from the habits. I'm talking about dying from the mindset. I'm talking about dying from the way you speak about money. I'm talking about dying from the way that you think about money. I'm talking about dying from the people who coerce you into seeing money a certain way. I'm talking about dying from the financial trauma. Are you willing to sacrifice what it take, Jose, to break the yoke? To break the yoke. And so watch this, Jose. I'm watching this. Matthew, he put the stake in the crevice, and he took the hammer and he kept his eye on the point. He hitting it. He hitting it. And I'm watching old boy. He ain't closed his eyes, Jose. He looked at Matthew every stroke. Because he trusted the person who could help him break the yoke. Watch this, Jose. The only person that can help you break the yoke is a person who's already experienced freedom. Okay, listen to me again. The only person that can help you break the yoke is a person who's already experienced freedom. Let's go down the list. Moses left Egypt, went into the wilderness, came back to Egypt to show them how to come out. Harriet Tubman left slavery, went through the Underground Railroad, came back and showed them how to get out. True leadership is about someone who has already experienced what they're trying to take you through because they know how to navigate the adversity that comes with it. It's not about just huffing and puffing, saying, it's not about motivation. It's like saying, hey, here's the path to freedom. Jose, when I decided to do what I want to do in my life, I didn't flinch. I believed in it with everything in my heart. I believed in it with everything in my spirit. No matter what the market goes through, Jose, I still believe in it. There's some people that do real estate, no matter what real estate goes through, they still believe in it. There's people that believe in crypto, no matter what crypto goes through, they still believe in it. Why do they believe in it? It's a thing called conviction. You're convicted about a thing when you understand the power, potential, and purpose of it. You are convicted about a thing when you believe the power, potential, and purpose of it, and you do not pivot. You do not pivot. You do not pivot. So I know along the journey, I'm going to take a loss. I know along the journey, I'm going to get cut. I know along the journey, I'm going to get burnt. I know along the journey, I'm going to lose some people. But I never question the vehicle that's going to take me to freedom. A lot of times, we don't truly believe in the freedom. We believe in the illusion of it because we got in our mind what we think it looked like, but we never put in our mind what we got to go through to get it. That's called a facade. We put in our mind what the end result looked like, but we never put in our mind what we got to endure. We never put in our mind what we got to sacrifice. We never put in our mind what we got to go through. We never put in our mind what we got to lose. We never put in our mind what it's going to take for us. We never put in our mind the emotional roller coaster that we got to go through to attain the thing that we say we want. When you believe in something, you believe in the power, the purpose, and the potential of it, and you never pivot. Once ye once removed from. It ain't free, y'all. It ain't free. It never will be free. It never will be free. It never will be free. So whether it's me, whether it's somebody like Aristotle, whether it's somebody like Terry, whether it's somebody like Tay Sweat, whether it's somebody like my sister Terica, whether it's somebody like Neo, Matt, whoever it is that you decide to get on a train with, understand it ain't free, and I'm not talking about what you gotta pay them, I'm talking about what it's gonna cost you. I'm talking about what it's gonna cost you. I'm talking about what it's gonna cost you in blood, sweat, and tears. I'm talking about getting halfway on the journey, Jose. I'm talking about in the midst of the journey, Jose, and you decide, yo, it's too dark out here. It's cold out here. It's lonely out here. I don't got the right clothes on. Okay, let me make it make sense. I don't got enough money to be losing this. I ain't worked enough overtime yet. I want to go to this party. I want to wear this. I'm going to turn back around. This cost me too much. I ain't know it was going to cost this. What the Egyptians told Moses, Moses, you brought us out here to die? Are they not no graves in Egypt? Which means, Moses, if you was going to bring me out here to die, bro, I could have stayed in Egypt. I could have died in Egypt. You ain't had to bring me out here. But never once did they think manna came from the sky. Never once did they think at night it was cool. It was warm. In the day, they was covered. I want you to understand something here. Once you make the decision and you all in on the decision, you get protection. I'm talking about making a decision that's so out of your way. I'm talking about making a decision that makes you so uncomfortable, you've maxed out your capacity and you got to go to a higher source. That's why the beginning of it says, it is for freedom that Christ sets us free. Whatever you believe in, I'm saying there's a higher power that has to take you somewhere that you've never been before because you've maxed out your capacity. You've maxed out your capacity. You've been far as you can go. You've thought as much as you can think. You've blueprinted as much as you can blueprint. You've collaborated as much as you collaborate. You've sacrificed as much as you can sacrifice. You've thought as much as you can think. You've planned as much as you can plan. You've maxed it out. It's beyond you. It's transforming. It's a transformative idea. It's revolutionary. You don't have the thoughts. You don't have the answers. So you got to go bigger than you. That's the only way you can get something that's bigger than you. And then your freedom becomes a gift and it's no longer the burden. It's a burden because you're maxing out everything in you. It's too heavy for you. And when something is too heavy for you, it starts to weigh you down. And when something weighs you down, you get exhausted. And when you get exhausted, guess what you think about doing? Giving up. Giving up becomes a concept. And you may fight giving up the first time. Because the first time you think about giving up, you think about what it cost you to get here. The second time you think about giving up, it get a little easy to do it. The third time you think about getting up, you that closer to it. Giving up is a mindset. Giving up first start here. It starts in your spirit. It starts in your mind. So once you first start thinking about, I can go back. I ain't going back, I'm gonna keep going. And then you get hit with something else. Giving up ain't so bad. I'm going to keep going. But once you think about it 3 times, you've now implemented a new thought process. Once you think about it the 3rd time, you've now downloaded another code that says giving up is an option. You've put in the code, up, right, left, right, BA, start, select. You've now put in the cheat code that now has put giving up in the program. And now you got, watch this, you've manually put that in there. And the thing about when you manually putting something in, that means you've put it into the code and you've overwritten the default system. Because initially the default system does not know give up. And I'm gonna tell you why the initial default system does not mean have give up in it. It's because when you're a child, you never think about not walking. Falling never discourages you. So that tells you from the beginning that giving up, quitting is not a part of the initial programming. You gotta learn that. You gotta manually put that in the code. So you manually came up with that idea of giving up. You've manually made that an option. You've manually told yourself that this goal isn't worth me dying for. And I'm not talking physical death. That's 2025 has to be about breaking the yoke. It has to be about it. '25 has to be about breaking the yoke. I'm not trying to motivate you, family. I promise you I'm not. I'm trying to touch your heart. I'm trying to touch your spirit. I'm trying to make you go inside and say, no matter what I go through, ain't no giving up. And if somebody around me that I'm allowing to affect my code, I need to silence the noise. I need to unplug them from my system. I need to get them out my wiring. Because if giving up is an option for you, me and you can't be on this journey together. Because along the way, you're going to keep speaking give up to me. And at some point, you're going to download that in my system. Because they say, what? Faith is by first what? Hearing. Hearing. Faith comes first by? How do you influence people? How does the media influence people? You can see what you won't see, but if you don't hear it, then what you seeing don't make sense. You got to put some word to what you see. Once you put word to what you see, you then give the visual representation. What I'm saying to you is, somebody start talking to you about giving up, you start putting a visual to what giving up looks like. If you never hear giving up, if you never hear carving out, if you never hear it, you don't put a picture to it. The only thing you put a picture to is the end result that I want. And then you start saying that everything that I gotta go through is a prerequisite, which means I gotta go through this to get to that. But once you put a word and a vision together, the concept now takes on an image. Once the concept takes on an image, now you got an idea of what giving up looks like. And once you realize what giving up looks like, you now have catered to the whisper. And the whisper is what destroys us on the journey to freedom, y'all. I'm not trying to motivate you. You don't need motivation. Look back at your life. You ain't where you won't be at. That's motivation enough. If you where you won't be at, you giving up because you know you can go further. Stop settling. I want you to understand that there's a version of you that you have not given birth to, but you got to go higher than where you at. You got to think different. You got to see different. You got to be around different people. You got to talk to different people. You got to download a new program in the system. That means you got to overwrite the old default system. I'm telling you that freedom is a gift, but it can turn into a burden if you're around the wrong people. So who you got to get from around, y'all? Trappin Tuesdays, episode 126. The gift of freedom. Let's go, Jose. Woo! Let's go, Jose. How we feel, bro? How we feeling, dog? How we feeling? Aha.
Look, what you was holding that in?
Man, you know, it's one of them things, man. It's one of them things, man.
Bruh.
It's one of them things. My bad. How long that was?
One of them classic joints. It's 43.
God.
About 40 because we started a little.
My bad.
Shout out to everybody who was here early.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? But boy, I just want to know. I got a question before the
Talk
people.
to me.
You know
Talk to me.
Actually, this for me.
Okay.
When you be up there talking, who you talking to?
I'm talking to us.
Okay.
I'm talking to us.
I got a speaking engagement this weekend. I'm using pieces of that.
Come on.
I need you to know.
We gotta be inspired.
Man, you know. Just like
we gotta be.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta be inspired. All right, shouts out Super Chat. Natalie Nicole, shout out to Queen. She gave us, she dropped us off with 100. That means she back in the States. Shout out to 6 Hustles. Shout out to our people. Man, how they feeling in the trap tonight? So let's shout out our people right quick, man. Terrence was good. Wilford Brown was good. Sean Johnson was good. Shazam X was good. Tori Simmons was good. We see you, Queen. Jason was good. Henry Hustle was good. The One Guy was good. ATL Volvo was good. KJ was good. The Iron Temple was good. V Norman was good. Natasha Phoenix, man, was good, family. Rams Fitness was good. Malaya was good. Terry Bless was good. T-Mac was good. Shout out to our people, man. Shazam X was good. Kenny was good. Mark Isaac was good. Shout out for the super chat for sure. Who we missing, Jose? Come on, where we at? Max B was good.
They running crazy.
They going too fast for me. I can't see no more. I can't see no more. I can't see no more. I can't see no more.
I feel like you was holding
Larry
that in.
Morgan was good. Carlos was good. Amanda was good. Mr. Ice was good. Larry Morgan was good. Cinco was good. Don Perry was good. Hey, the people in the chat, they miss us, Jose. We got 3,000 people in the chat.
Yeah.
I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
It is. And all my money tied up in investments.
All the time.
L. Butler was good. What's good, family? Jose, we're back. Trappin Tuesday.
That's what I'm about to say. I felt like you was holding that one in because we had the Trappin Thursday edition.
Trappin Thursday.
You know what I'm saying?
Trappin Thursday.
We had a little miss, but down, we
No,
good
we all
out
right.
here.
The people understood that.
Yeah, we had the end of the year.
End of the year.
Christmas, and then we had the but
The what?
We had the best of. The best of.
The best of was
we
good.
Had the best of.
I like that.
I got to prove a couple of points in the best of. Shout out
Come
to
on.
Steve.
Come
but
on.
I felt like you was holding that in. Like, for real, because you think that's the first official drink of the year, for real. If we being real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, That's one of them ones right there, brother.
I don't think it was holding in. You know, I don't got to hold in. This is our family.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't got to hold in. I will say that I'm excited to be here. We in the Freedom Center.
The heat is blazing. I'm about to come out my hoodie.
The heat. So first of all, let's give George his props.
Yeah.
Because first of all, we complained about, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the first things we did in here was make sure the HVAC was good.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
We made sure the roof was good because we got a brand new roof.
Yep.
Right?
Definitely do.
So I had to make sure we was right in here. Right? I came and I said, hey, George, it's a little nippy.
Definitely was.
Right? We had snow the other day. Hey,
did.
I don't want snow in here. I don't want to let it snow.
You saw me with my jacket. He's like, yo, you cold?
I said,
bro?
you cold?
I was like, yeah, a little bit.
I had to call George. Hey, G. He got on the phone. Appreciate you, family. One dynamic. I appreciate you, family. So yeah, man, I love us, man. I love our, and when I say I love us, I mean our trapper family.
Yeah.
And I want us to take it to another level, bro. Right? So just today I was just passionate about us being, you know what I feel like? I feel like, watch this. I feel like we was middle class.
Okay.
And then we moved up like George and Wheezy.
Okay.
And then everybody came to the house.
Okay.
I feel like everybody came to the house.
I'm with it.
And everybody at the house and somebody said, hey, let's cook. Somebody said, let's cook. So we gotta cook. We gotta cook, man. So anyway, how you feel? We in the crib. How we feel?
No, I feel good. You brought up George and Wheezy and made me think of good times, right?
Of course.
But there was no good times on good times except for the last episode. There was not one good time. Every time it would be like, oh, it's a good time in the first 5 minutes, then tragedy struck. And it just made me think about how they moved up, you know what I'm saying?
They moved up.
But there was no good times on good times. So what have you. You know what I'm saying?
But George and Wheezy moved up.
They moved up. You know what I'm saying? Had the cleaners, you know?
Ain't nothing wrong with the cleaners. All right, let's get into it, man. Again, man, we love y'all. We got a dope show for y'all tonight. As we grow, man, I'm just excited. That's all I can keep saying, man. It's like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for... Can I say something for a second, though, Jose, before we get into the show?
Cook.
I was a little overwhelmed. Bro. Not in a bad way. I think that as you pursue greatness, I'm not even gonna say greatness, Jose. As you aspire to just keep unlocking levels, right? Because greatness is subjective, right? Some people say LeBron is great. Some people say he trash. I believe he's great, right? I believe numbers and stats, but some people like, nah, bro, they call him the crybaby. I think LeBron is great. So I think greatness is subjective depending on if you're a hater or not, right? But I do believe that as we keep unlocking different levels, it requires you to give birth to something new. And giving birth is painful. Right? Like giving birth means you have to stretch your thoughts and ideas and you have to take on a new shape. But also, watch this, to give birth to something, you also have to evolve and leave something. Right? And so, bro, like as we hear, you know, we building out the team. Shout out to everybody that's here. Shout out to the new people that's coming to help us build out. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the old squad that's still in the building. And I think for me, as I look at it, like today I did something dope, Jose. George caught me. He got in my business, right? I walked outside, and for the first time, I walked around the building 3 times. Nobody knew it.
The mile.
I just walked outside. I didn't know it was a mile till George said it.
Oh.
But I walked outside the building. I threw my headphones on, bro, because I said I never walked the building. And I remember TD Jake saying something one day. He had a sermon. He said, I know everything about this building from where the boat's at to the air conditioning units. And I said, dang. I said, man, let me walk my building.
That's good. That's good.
And I walked it 3 times. And every time, Jose, I noticed something that I didn't notice the first time. And I put in my mind, I'm going to walk this building until I learn everything about it. You feel me? And so, bro, I did that, and that was, and here's what I did too. I prayed and I listened to some gospel music everywhere around it. Because when I listen to certain gospel music, it uplifts my spirit. And so I did that, bro. I did that. So anyway.
Pussy, man. Like me, man.
I love the game.
I love the game.
You love the game, dog. All right, let's go, man. We got our mantra, right? We got the mantra, bro. We haven't officially, Jose, we haven't officially done the mantra since we've been here. Well, we did it on Trappin Thursday. Why you got me saying Trappin Thursday? There's no such thing.
Every Trappin Thursday.
There's no such thing.
That's when the audio dropped.
There's no such thing as Trappin Thursday. Why let Jose come up with a term that I buy into? If I buy into Trappin Thursday, I might well buy in, what's the other one? A Netflix stock a week, keep you off the street? Get out of here, Jose.
That's the one.
So let's pull our mantra up, man. Let's pull our mantra up so that I know we got some new people in the house. That's just their first time here. You know, welcome home. You know, we appreciate y'all rocking out. We pray that y'all stay with us all 2025 as we keep building, as we keep doing things. We always got a seat at the table for you. We got a big table so you can always invite somebody. And so, Jose, let's just get to it, man. Let's get to it, man. So, we go, man. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. I'm confident in my ability to make great investments. The stock market is a machine that prints money, and I am more than capable of operating this machine. Not only will I free myself, but my family will eat for a lifetime based on the information I apply today. I'm a money maker and a wealth builder. Today, I break all the chains that anchor me to that poverty mindset. My ancestors will smile now because I've turned our last name into an asset. My family's purchasing power will increase indefinitely. Today, I make the declaration that no longer will I be a slave to money. No longer will a generation behind me inherit lack. No longer will I submit to selling my time for money. I am a first-generation millionaire. I am the architect of my family's legacy. I am a certified Wall Street trapper. And Wall Street looks like us now. Let's go, man. So, man, we got something dope going on, man. All right, so here we go, man. Let's get into this. And before we get into this, Jose, let's just check how our people doing in the chat, Jose. Like, Lady MG, what's good, beloved? We appreciate the super chat. Let's just check on our people, Jose. How are people doing? We are, how many days we into the new year? 13? 14?
Yeah.
We're 14 days in, Jose. A lot has happened in 14 days. Before we move on, Jose, we gotta pray for Cali right quick. Let's put our pray for Cali.
Yep.
Let's put our pray for Cali up right quick, man. We gotta just, let's take 30 seconds, man, and just, we gotta pray for Cali, man. We gotta do that, man. Just a moment of silence for 30 seconds, man. All right. Yeah, we gotta pray. We gotta keep our Cali people in our hearts and our prayers. being that I'm somebody from New Orleans, bro, like I understand what rebuilding looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in prison when Katrina hit, bro. I came home shortly thereafter, and man, the city was not the same city, bro. And is a lot of thoughts, a lot of prayers, a lot of what I want us to do, Jose. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like once the wildfires like chill, and once they get back in like rebuilding mode, because you can't get in rebuilding mode while the fire is still happening. Like I think they predicting now they about to have a couple days of 100-mile winds or something, which means the crap to start back up. You feel what I'm saying? So what I want LaShawna, so we need to start the foundation. Access for everybody. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Jose, I want to start the foundation. And then like once it chills out, I want us to go catch a flight out there. I want us to load up an 18-wheeler with some stuff. LaShawna, you hear me? I want us to load up an 18-wheeler with everything that we think that they can need. We're gonna wrap the thing. Come on. I got a brilliant idea. Bernard, put it in the budget. We're gonna transfer it from here to the foundation. That way the CFO can account for it. And we're going to wrap the 18-wheeler with supplies, whatever it is we think they need, from clothes. When you starting over, you need everything. When you starting over, there's not a dumb item. From a flashlight to whatever, you know what I'm saying? When you starting, because I'm looking, bro, like people are starting from scratch. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something, like, and I remember coming home 18 months, let me see, I came home 18, 19 months after my city experienced Katrina, and people still was like, bro, like, we just winging it. Yeah. Starting from scratch is so hard when you never imagine having to start from scratch. You feel me? So people from New Orleans, like, we totally understand. And people who actually went, like, through the storm, like, I was in prison. And we felt it because they were sending so many people, you know what I'm saying? So what we want to do, Jose, is we want to just take a list of, like, whatever we can give them. Water, food, Pampers, milk, clothes, shoes, whatever. We want to at least spend, I personally will at least put up $100,000. That's my word.
That's good.
That's my word. Once LaShawna set that, once we set that up, the first donation to the fund gonna come from me. I'll put at least $100,000 in there. And we gon'.
The wildest part I heard is that a lot of the insurance companies are.
So, you know, we talked about that on Trappin Tuesdays. Yeah. Remember, we talked about that, and I said, yo, why? When we talked about it, I was like, bro, I said, why would this was last year we talked about it. It was like, yo, why would the insurance, I said, that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that. State Farm was the one. So anyway, we're not gonna dwell on that because we don't wanna, you know what people don't realize here in America with social media? What we don't realize is that when we keep bringing up topics, we are like saying like, why the insurance company ain't doing this? Why this person ain't doing that? You're actually triggering the people who are going through it. People don't, that's why I'm gonna be honest with you, that's why I don't share the post. At first I did, but I said, no. Because what happens is, you start to trigger, you're bringing awareness to it, but we all know it. But you start to trigger the people because they go back into well, why the insurance company? And that reignite, now it's harder for them to recover because they living in it again. You know what I'm saying? At least that's my perspective. So we gonna do, man, LaShawna, we gonna get the 18-wheeler, we gonna wrap the 18-wheeler, access for everybody. We're gonna let the 18-wheeler drive from here to Cali. We gotta figure out where we gonna go set up shop at, and we gonna just go give. Huh? Yeah. The team gotta come. The team gotta come. And so we're gonna have
You knew she was gonna make sure. She's like, let me make sure.
Yeah, team coming. The team coming. The team coming. And then whatever trappers want to come out there and help, we with that. You know what I'm saying? But we just want to make it be known that we not here for the clout. We not here for none of that. We gotta strictly just, here's my thing too, Jose. We cannot be an organization that talks about money, talks about freedom, talks about progress, and then when we see our people, not just black, we talking black, white, we talk about American people. We talking about people. And what I don't like is that people keep saying like, oh, it's rich people. No, bro. Like, yeah, they got rich people that, bro, but there's poor people, there's middle class people, there's everybody. You know what I'm saying? That, bro, to lose everything is a big deal, bro.
And rich can't buy back memories.
Yeah,
like
so what we gonna do is, bro, we wanna make sure that that's a part of our journey this year, bro, is making sure we go out there and we do what we gotta do from our part as a brand, as an organization. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna wait till it calm down. So maybe somewhere around maybe March, April. You feel me, L? So we should be able to set that up before that, right? Well, let's just get the things set up first. And then we'll do everything. And from there, clothes, food, all sizes clothes for women, all size clothes for men, underwear, everything. You need everything. So we'll do that, man. You know what I'm saying? So we good? We ready to go? All right, let's get into it, man. So let's start off with our recession portfolio. We got to start off there. The people won't see the money, Jose. The people won't see the money. Let me say something, too. Let me put it. I'm about to put it. Hey, bro, listen. I'm going to say this, bro. Like, when it comes to this game, like, you got to have tough skin to play this game. And to my older people in the Patreon, we've been here before. Like, I'll be honest with you. To my older people in the Patreon, like, they not tripping. I can tell the new people in the Patreon, they panicking lights out. You feel me? Now, it did make me be more active in there, talking to them more, doing that, because I know what I got to do, is that. But for everybody, listen to me. I want y'all to understand this. You cannot avoid taking L's in this game. It's unavoidable, especially if you playing an options market. The L may be 1,000, the L may be 10,000. My first real L was 120 grand, bro. That made me take this game a whole different way of serious. I've lost 500 grand in a play. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. I love it. And let's go. So we got a 20. So let's start off with the options portfolio. Let's get into it. All right, so what we gonna do is, so I will say this, Jose, I started off the year. You know what's crazy, Jose? We started off the week before Christmas. I'll never forget that episode. And I said, yo, it just don't feel right. I said, inflation has been rising. I say, man, we gotta be prepared, y'all. And so we started off the year, I took 4 L's. But it wasn't no new plays. It was old plays that crossed my threshold. So I have a threshold. My threshold is once a play hits 50%, it's time for me to start cutting. You know what I'm saying? It's time for me to start saying why this play needs to go. So we cut the Eli Lilly play. It went down 62%. We cut that. Now watch this. We cut the play early in the week. Last week we cut the play. Bro, listen, I'm so glad we cut it because we still kept some meat on the bone. Today, the stock dropped $54. That would have wiped us all the way out to 0. And some people was like, man, Trap, why we cutting the play? We still got time left. I'm like, bro, like, you can stay in it. You can stay in it. I'm just saying at 62%, I'm going to just take the L on it. And the reason why I don't mind taking certain, and I was trying to say this to the people in the group, I said, we have 12 months to make back whatever we lost. You don't have to get it, you don't have to get it all back in one play. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? And so it's all good. So we took that play, that was 62%. And then, so I just cut these plays. It's no new plays. So I cut that play. I cut a General Electric play because it hit 53%. I cut a Palo Alto play. It had crossed the 50-something%, and I cut a Kava play that was at like 60%. So I cut them all. First, start the year off, bro. 200 grand in the hole, right? And I'm like, you know what? Like for me, I'm not tripping because we still in 25 plays. But I understand, you know, for certain people, that's now they didn't lose that much, but they probably lost 10 grand, 15 grand. You know what I'm saying? That's like, and especially if that's your first play, you like, bruh, sheesh, dog. You know what I'm saying? That can be tough.
It's real.
That can be tough. That can be, and I know it can be.
My dog ahead said, man, he a millionaire. 100 ain't nothing. 100 is something.
No, 100 is 100. No.
200 is something.
No.
Because I know for me, 10,000
Listen,
is something.
see, I want people to, I want people to get this out their brain, right? So I'm not one of them millionaires. I don't like to lose $10.
Preach it. Yo,
listen to me.
$10?
I'm the person.
Hey,
listen, Jose, I'm this
tell
person.
the story.
Jose, I am this person. I will go park, and if the people say $40, I'm starting to look for a parking spot.
I know.
I'm that guy. Like, what? $40? It's the street, dog. What you talking about? Dog, it's the street. It's the street, dog. You charge me $40 for the street? Nah, dog. I'm riding around.
Waiting on the parking lessons. Waiting on parking lessons.
You feel me? Listen, I'll go to Fifth Plaza and the dude be like, hey, it's 25 for the front. I'll be like, hold up, let me go to the other side. They might got a spot over there for free.
It might be something over
I'll go
there.
ride to the other side. I go, oh, that go to the spot right there. Ah, that's for free. I'm $40 I saved. So I'm that guy. I'm not,
Be like,
I
look
don't
at
care.
God. Look at God.
I don't care what they talk about. So for me, no. Money is money. Money is money. That ain't, you feel me? But what I will say is, I still live by the saying, in order to make 100,000, you got to be willing to lose 10,000. In order to make $1 million, you got to be willing to lose 100,000. In order to make 5 to 10 million, you got to be willing to lose $1 million. We made 2.5 last year in profit just from the options market. We made another $500,000 in the buy and hold portfolio. We cool with that. You feel what I'm saying? So it just happened these losses came early. So anyway, so we took those losses, start off the year, Jose, 200 in the hole, bro.
Sheesh.
Queen. All right, so anyway, let's start off. So watch this. So the Amazon play, we still, so this, and here's another reason why, again, why I don't really be tripping too much is because I feel like we always in position, and as long as we don't panic, watch this, the market can't pressure us out of a spot. I feel like a lot of times, and I'm not just talking about for my people in the Patreon, I'm just talking about for everybody. We cannot let the market put that much pressure on us to where it trick us out of a spot to where all we do is start complaining. Because once we start complaining, what you've now done is you've now programmed. Watch this, Jose. Check this out. You ever got a whipping and the first couple licks, you like, and then if she hits you on the same spot, you, goddamn.
Start twisting.
Goddamn. Now, watch this. You start flinching while it's still here. You hear, you in.
I was Denzel Washington in Glory. I had to think.
You feel me? You hear me?
The tear just. The one single tear. My brother was a flincher.
Yeah, you flinching early.
I was like, I gotta just.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, bruh, like, let's get through it. You know what I'm saying? Now, what I did tell him was, okay, I see what's going on. I said, I'm gonna take some profit for some plays that's up 100% or more, so I can sit on the side. So now I'm sitting on 200,000 and I'm sitting on 200 grand in cash, like 215 grand in cash. I didn't get out of. So anyway, let's talk about it. So the Amazon play is up. The ANET play is up 98. So watch this. We down 200. We down 200. But if I cashed out right here on the ANET play, I done chopped 100. I done chopped 100 off. Right? So then I'm only down 100. Right? The app loving play is down 20. Now, no play we in right now is at 50%. I think two of them, and I'll talk about it. The AVGO play is up 41,000. The Amex play is up. Now, watch this. It's two things I'm thinking about pivoting to, and it's financials and energy. They've been doing pretty solid. I'm not making no plays right now because I understand, like right now, meaning like this week, I want to wait till after Trump get in office. I want to see how the market responds to that. We had some PPI data today, which was like wholesale data, shows us that inflation came in a little less than expected. We got CPI data coming tomorrow, which is consumer price index, tells us about spending. That comes in tomorrow. I want to see that. Those two things going to help us. On top of that, we got JP Morgan. The banks start reporting earnings too. Those three things in combination are important for us, Jose, because banks are going, like what the banks doing going to be important to show us what's going on. So let's go there first. We got Costco. I can't believe Costco is down in a market like this. We're going to talk about them today too. CrowdStrike shook back a little bit. See, look, Goldman Sachs. Look at the plays that's up right now. So when I tell people this, I'm paying attention to what the market is rewarding. So you don't got to initially make a play just because the market is down. Watch this. If you start thinking that you got to hurry up and make a play because the market is down, then you're chasing, watch this, you are chasing revenge. You trying to get back from the market immediately, not realizing you literally got 12 months, yo. Right, you got 12 months. You feel me? You got 12 months to, if I did nothing else, Jose, I can sell everything I got right now and at least be at even. Right? But that ain't the goal. The goal is to make money. And so what this is going to do is, I'm going to talk about this. So, all right, so we got the Goldman Sachs plate. All right, let's go a little further. Boom. Here's where we went to the Red Sea at. This combination right here pissed me off. Whew. So this NVIDIA play for June is down 150. But watch this. It's only down. That's how big this play was. Jose, this play is so big. I want to make sure I can tell. I want to show them something. Because I said something in the group today that I wanted them to make sense of. So let me see. So I can tell you this. All right. So watch this. This play that's down 150 is down 30%. So that NVIDIA play is down 150, but it's down 30%. My threshold is 50%. So once I get to 50%, then that tells me, okay, like I got to make a decision here. And my decision here at 50% is to analyze the market and say, okay, do I cut it? Do I let it go? Do I roll it? I have to make a decision at 50%. That's for me. I tell anybody that's new to the game, and my thing, like, once you get to 10 to 15% negative, that may be your threshold, right? So your risk tolerance builds as you play the game. And that's with anything, whether you day trade, whatever you're doing, you have to enter every play with an enter price, what I'm going to get in at, a take profit price. At what point will I take profit, meaning take profit and stay in, or take profit and sell the whole thing? Or at what point do I exit at a loss? You need to have those four things written out. What am I entering for? Like, what point am I entering? At what point am I taking profit? And the reason why I say it for, because watch this. Am I taking profit to exit the whole play, or am I taking profit to sell half of the play? Does that make sense? Sean, does that make sense? So that's two things. And then the fourth one is, at what point do I exit at a loss? Does that make sense? Does that make sense to the chat? Right? All right, so I'm gonna say this to you one more time. Every trade you get in, even if you're in a Patreon, because if you're in a Patreon, then you more so saying, okay, Trap is put it to play. Here's how I'm gonna tell y'all how to guide through the Patreon too. When I put a play in, here's what you should do. When I put a play in, you should write the play down. And then you should immediately go run the numbers if you got the options course to make sure the play is in alignment with what you see. And if it's because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, like I'll alter it a little bit because I've just been playing the game, and that's why instinctively you'll make some moves that you'll stick to the formula, but then you'll say, this is what I see. Let's right? And that's gonna happen because like you can study my blueprint, it's gonna be the blueprint for you, and what'll happen is as you're looking at the blueprint, you say, oh, I can tweak this, I can tweak that. So here's what you should do in the Patreon. Once Trap make a play, you should say, I got the play. Because here's what I do when I make a play. When I make a play, I say, here's the play. Here's the price I paid for it. Meaning, so let's say this April, you see an April 17 call. It say XLK, April 17, 2025, 240. I didn't pay 240 for the call. That's the price at which the strike price, meaning the price I said that this stock is gonna hit by this time. So I'm saying that this XLK will hit $240 by April, right? But it's gonna charge me a price for that. So with this saying, if the last price, which was today, that same option was $5.25. Meaning, every stock, so this option play has 100 stocks inside of it, 100 shares of this XLK, this basket of stocks inside of it. So the market is charging me, let's say right now, if you bought it today, the market would charge you $5.25, right? So now you will multiply, right? You will multiply $5.25 times 100, it equals $525. So that means for one contract right now, it will cost you $525 to get the same contract that I paid for. Now, you can see I'm down, I think I'm down 10% or 15% on something like, maybe 20% on this play. So that's telling you, because it's down, you know that I paid somewhere around $575 for it, right? So I paid about $575 for this. I'm down $1,000. Right? So if you bought the same play right now, you get it for $5.25, which means this play right now for one contract will cost you $525. Did we teach just now? My dog Eddie up in here. What's good, bro? How you feeling? You good? Right? So how we feel about that, Jose?
Oh, no, you cooking.
All right? So what you can do in the option play is you can say, what you need to do is when Trap put a play in, you need to say, okay, if I got the options masterclass, so it's two sets of rules right here. If I got the options masterclass, let me take that, let me go run that play through the options masterclass formula, and let me see what level he bought that at. Understanding what level I bought that at, you got to be in the option class. You already know what the levels are. You say, okay, I see the levels he bought that at. The next thing you do is say, I see what he got it at. I put the price paid for a minute for a reason. You say, okay, so Trap bought it at $5.75. Then my entry price probably is, I'll get it right here, which means the stock may move a little bit by the time you go do the formula and come back. You may say, okay, 90% of the times I say what I pay. Only time I don't say what I pay is when I'm just moving too fast. So you say, okay, well, if Trap paid $5.75 for it, based on a formula, he gave me the blueprint, I'll get it. By the time you leave and come back, you should do it immediately. By the time I leave and come back, it may move up $1 or $2. So that means at this right now, you can still get it. I'll get it at $5.65 or $5, whatever. You go find it out, right? So now you understand that. So now you've set your entry price. Or you can say, Trap got it. I want it right now. I'm rocking with Trap on this one. So the next thing you do is, I thought you bought it higher around $1,000. Hell no. Hell no. No, indeed, no. That means I would have paid $10 for it. I ain't never paid that for it. So you say, okay, Trap bought it at, and I'm just assuming here, I paid no more than $6 for it, for sure. So then what you do is you say, okay, I got the entry price for it. My next thing is, at what price do I take profit? If this thing, right, if this thing hits this price, I'm taking profit. If it hits this price, I'm taking profit and getting out. If it hit this price, I'm taking profit and selling half of it. You have that in your mind. And then the fourth thing you put up is, if it hits this price, I'm exiting. Why? My risk tolerance may not be what Trap's risk tolerance is. Trap already told me that his risk tolerance is 50%. At 50%, Trap starts thinking about getting out of the play. So if it hits this price, I get out. Those are the 4 things you need to have. If you're in a Patreon or if you're doing it by yourself. Every play you get in, you need to have those 4 things. 100%. All right, how you feel about that, Jose?
I hope they write that down. A lot of people are like, yo, he gave it away at the course. But
I did not give away the course.
It's way more.
I did not give away the
course.
course.
It's definitely more in there.
Stop feeling like you gave away something, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Did not, ain't nowhere in the, stop it. Stop it, y'all. I'm telling y'all that, right? And of course, you got the formula on how we get there. You know what I'm saying? So somebody say, Trap, I need a 2. The math is not my strong point. It ain't my strong point either. I just know how to count whole numbers. You start. I'm just good with whole numbers. You throw some calculus or algebra, you even throw geometry in my face, I'm like, I'll get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it.
Trigonometry.
Trigonometry?
Why did we even learn?
What? Don't even get me into that. All right, so anyway, here we go. So here we are right here. The SMH play was actually up $4 grand today. Now watch this, Jose. I gotta start being mindful of any play that so most of my plays are March and June. Anything that's in February or March, I gotta start paying attention to it. All right, so let's go a little further. All right, yep, there we go. So we got these cards here, the Netflix play. This Netflix play kind of got a lot of people scared in the group because it dropped $9 a day, but I think we at 49% on it, so it's not really too worried about it too much. Meta, I actually want to get another meta play because I just like how spicy he talking right now. He talking real. Say, I like when you start talking that game, and I like that he talking gangster shit to Apple. Now, y'all know my thing, an Apple stock away, keep the poverty away. I believe in it, I stand by it. But you cannot deny that Mark talking crazy. Mark said they need some more masculine energy over there. Bruh. How you tell the biggest company on the market, hey, y'all need some more masculine energy over there? Then he said, bruh, you really ain't did nothing since Steve Jobs was there.
I mean, when you look, like, he said, which I got some goggles?
That y'all discontinued. Then he said, like, y'all really just putting, like, y'all just putting a chokehold on people so y'all can just, like, get people money. I'm not mad. And then he doubled down and said, if y'all ain't had these stupid infractions in the way, I would probably double or triple what I'm making. I said, I said, that's what young rich talk about. When you young and rich like that, you talk crazy. And I'm gonna be real with you. He ain't really wrong. Now, I ain't gonna say nothing about the masculine energy part. I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't got nothing to do with that. Exclude me from everything but that. What I will say is, though, I'm still with an Apple stock a day, keep the poverty away. But you ain't really did nothing in 20 years. Now, some people are gonna say this, Jose, what has Facebook done? Now, here's what I will say. Innovation doesn't always mean creating a new thing. Innovation is, how do you speed up the process? How do you make the thing more usable? How do you change the industry? if we being frank right here, watch me here, Jose. Watch me here. Mark Zuckerberg gave birth to the idea of maximizing digital marketing. So Google dominated the email space. So Google dominated that marketing through email. Remember, it was the email marketing. But when Mark pivoted to the digital social media marketing, that was innovation. That was innovation. That was innovation, right? That in itself changed how, watch this, Jose. Watch this. TV commercials became less relevant. Outside of sports, if you ain't been on a Super Bowl or nothing, you're like, ah. Watch this. Billboards became less relevant.
Yep, because your billboard right in your hand.
They changed the business model. Right? That's pivotal. Because now more people spend money on digital ads. Come on now.
Look, they spend more money on digital ads, and to be honest, it's still cheaper.
Come on. Come on. Then they came back with what? Audience targeting. Now you can target a certain group of people, lookalike audience. So that's innovation. That's innovation, bro.
Behind the scenes, so people don't get the.
That's innovation, bro.
Innovation.
And that's not 20 years old.
Right.
Come on, bro. Ed, you agree with that? Come on. Oculus?
Giving people headaches.
Huh? It ain't got to work all the time. It's you keep tweaking till you get it. The Ray-Ban deal with the glasses, you keep tweaking till you get it. That's innovation, bruh. That's innovation. So people keep saying like, man, Trap, he keep buying other companies. That's innovation. You don't necessarily have to do the thing. You buy the company, bring the company to your brand, put them under your umbrella. That's innovation. You see something early, you snatch it, you put it under your brand. Why? You think Elon Musk came up with the electric car? He did not. They had an electric car in 1836. Come on. Come on, Jose. Now, what I will say, I won't say that Apple hasn't created anything because watch this. They did innovate the iPhone and then the App Store.
Yep, that App Store. Give me mine.
So I'm not going to, watch this. The podcast is a direct byproduct of Apple.
Yeah.
Come on.
They coined it, they named it.
Come on. That little purple icon
We didn't know what it was.
that you ain't know what it was a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody who listened to Trappin Tuesday.
Come on, man.
Freedom.
Jose, how we talking here? Right? It's like we see, watch this. We look for the big old, but watch this. Podcasting now. Bro, people quitting their job to become podcasters. You feel me? So there's nuances in the game, but again, then there's the major. Now, I will say this. The reason why we gotta say that there wasn't a lot of innovation because the iPhone represents 52% of Apple sales. You haven't done any, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm an Apple person. The Samsung got the best pictures. I'm not gonna lie. Them pictures cold.
It's definitely.
Bro, them pictures cold-blooded when you get on that Samsung phone. You be like, yo.
Now, when they hand you the phone, though, and I be like,
I'm lost.
Take this.
If you give me if you can give me the Samsung phone and say, take this picture, I'm be like, bro, this is Chinese. I have where's the camera?
Yep.
I don't know where it's at. I swipe up, swipe down, go to the left, go to the right. What's the app store? I don't know.
What is we doing?
Anyway, let's go. So there we go, man. That's the recession portfolio. Man, come join the Patreon. Y'all know how we get down. I just want to tell my people, it's the beginning of the year, y'all. Don't panic. I know we took an L. I know some people, got a bump in the head. And somebody say, blasphemy. I feel you. As an Apple user, it's so hard for me to give them props. But listen, we got to give props where they do. We not going to fall into the hater basket, y'all. We're not going to fall into the hater basket.
But you're going to get these jokes.
But you're going to get them. So anyway, man, come join the Patreon, man. Y'all know how we get down. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a couple L's. It's on the way. I'm waiting for CPI data tomorrow. Want to see what happens when Trump get in office. We ride it out, man. We ain't tripping. But I will say this, man. If taking a loss, no matter how big or small it is, if it hurts your feeling, I can almost promise you this is not the game for you. Whether you go to day trading, whether I heard somebody say, I laughed at somebody on the Patreon that they said, man, I see people winning, I'm taking an L. I want to say, bro, this ain't for you. Because, even if it's not with me, you go somewhere else, you're going to lose at some point. And here's what I told somebody today in the Patreon. I told somebody today, her name was Miss Fee. So cool. I love talking to her in the group today. And she was talking about the loss, and I said, she said, you gave me a different perspective, Trap. I said, I want you to understand something. And it was real cool. I said, the more money you make, the bigger the loss becomes. The more money you make, the bigger the loss becomes. Because you're willing to risk more. As you build up your appetite. You feel me? And so, my goal is to win more than we lose. 3 years in a row, we've won more than we lost. Significantly, the one thing we cannot do is time the losses. I try my best to, never be emotional, never panic, but decipher information, decipher the data, and then be like, yo, let's rip the Band-Aid off, let's keep moving. So, but the more you win, the bigger your losses become, because when you go from one contract, let's say you plan on one contract, you graduate to 2 contracts. Guess what? The loss that you're willing to take on 2 contracts is going to be bigger than the loss you take on 1 contract. Got more money involved. When you get the 5 contracts, you get the 10 contracts, the more money you have in the game, the bigger the loss is going to be. My thing to tell everyone is to mitigate the losses is to never risk, never overtrade, never over leverage. If you got to play 1 contract for a year and all your plays, do that. Do that. Anyway, let's go a little further, Jose. Squad, let's go a little further. Let's get to so we created a new fund called the Freedom Index. I created this for y'all still. It's just the buy and hold part of the portfolio. We call it the Freedom Index.
I had to do like a little intro or something like that.
We need that. Boom, boom, boom. We need something dope. So we call it the Freedom Index. I like this. So let's show the Freedom Index. All right, so I don't know. So listen, let me say this. In the Patreon, it's the 4 plays I put in there. I did not put that PWR play in there. And the crazy part is, it's only 1/2 of a share. I don't know why they keep, I sold it before. I'm like, yo, why do I keep getting 1/2 of a share? They done did it to me 3 times. And I didn't notice it till today. But I don't have this in the portfolio. I don't know how I keep getting it there. I don't know how it keeps coming. But it's literally 1/2 of a share. I don't know how I get there. But that's the 4 plays that we got in the Freedom Index so far. Again, if you know me, you know that whether it's buy and hold or whether it's the option play, any new plays, I gotta give it 4 weeks before I expose it to the public. That's me honoring the Patreon people. That's me honoring them for sure. That's me honoring that. But I don't know how the hell PWR keeps showing up. I done sold it 2 times. It's a half of a share. Like, how does a half of a share? I don't know what the hell going on there. Anyway, that's it, man. That's what we got going on. Come join the Patreon. Here we go right here. So far in the year, we are down 2.5% on the Freedom Fund, man. I have every bit of confidence that we'll kill it. We are sitting on $500,000 in cash. $500,000 in cash. And I want to tell y'all this too. You have all year. We have all year to build this out. We have all year to build that out. So don't trip on that. All right, let's go a little further, man. Let's get into the content, Jose. Let's get into the content. All right. Whew. How y'all feeling? All right. So Jose, I want to present this in a way so we understand this, right? So it's been said that TikTok will officially shut down on January 19th. Let's go a little further, Jose. Let's go a little further, right? Let's go to the next. No, go. There should be one about it extending. There should be one where this Steve sent it. Yeah, so there's speculation. There's two speculations out. The first speculation is that China is considering selling it to Elon. There you go. The third one is TikTok could get an extension for 270 days, which is about what, 9 months? Something like that? 10 months? It's not in effect yet about the extension. It's still being talked about. But my thing is, if you sell it to Elon, bro has now collected all bro has collected the things, bro. Think about this.
He's playing Monopoly for real.
Think about this.
Like for real.
Dude will own Tesla, SpaceX, TikTok, and then the Neuralink. Tesla, X, SpaceX, TikTok, and he said right now, Jose, they got 3 people walking around America with the Neuralink chip in their head. Bernard, you are not bringing that here.
He did say that, right?
What?
About the Neuralink. No, he said that.
So Bernard said we could put that. I said, Bernard, we're not putting no chips in our hand over here, dog. He's way out.
Just so we can get in the building.
So we can get in the building. Bernard, you might be working. I don't know what you got going on.
Now, I don't count nobody's pockets, but somebody said Mr. Beast was in there. I know it's all rumors.
Mr. Beast what?
Look at it by TikTok.
I don't think he got that much.
That's why I say I don't count nobody.
I don't think he got that much.
It's levels.
I don't think, I could be wrong.
I'm just saying.
I don't think he got.
I think he do too much reinvesting in his content.
I think now here's the thing though. They're thinking about selling it to, so here's the issue that they have with China. And I'm not mad at it, bro. You got to realize this, though, bro. Like, here's what you got to realize. So every social media company that is based out of China has to report and give all the information they have to China. You with me on that, Jose? There's 170 million Americans that are on TikTok. As an American, you must realize that China is your greatest adversary. Not.
I like that word, versus enemy.
Nah, adversary.
Adversary.
Just play the game.
Like
That's how the game go, right? It's your adversary. And watch this. And here's where you know the game is different. In China, the Chinese people cannot post anything political on their version of TikTok. So, for me, I don't care if you get it or not. I just understand that I live in America. I don't want to be compromised. Now, here's the thing. They're like, all right, Trap, you already compromised by America. Cool. You understand what they're doing. You don't know what they're gonna do. You don't know what they're gonna do with it over there. You feel me? And I get it's a double-edged sword, bruh. I get it. It's a double-edged sword. I get it. But you gotta realize, and again, I don't think that America is mad that, so people be saying this, America is mad that you exposing what's going on in America. Bro, you not gonna do nothing. They're not mad at you knowing the stuff that you know. They're not mad at it. They not, bro, listen, bro, they don't care. Because the stuff that you do know, it don't compare to the stuff that you don't know. You feel me? The bigger issue is, watch this. The bigger issue is, so watch this. Would you give your enemy intel on your own family? There's 300 and something million Americans. I think we close almost at 400. At 170 million Americans, you almost at half. That means China will have access to half the data, half the citizens of America, they'll have access to their data. That's a dangerous thing when you always at war, right? You always at war with somebody, and so now for them to have data on half the people in your country, it's almost suicidal. Okay, watch this. So here's what I asked people before. When is the last time that you woke up and worried about a bomb being dropped on your house? When is the last time you woke up and worried about war at your front door? Of course you fighting stuff in America, 100%. But when the country's biggest adversary has access to half the people's information, now those things that you never worried about before become a real threat. And now you're going to be mad at America for not protecting you. Again, it's my personal opinion. It's my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I know, you know what I'm saying? You never. And then here's the crazy part about that. You never even, so once China has access to 170 million Americans' data, watch this. Who would they then give access? Because let's think about it too. America is not the most beloved country. People don't like us. So think about China then saying, hey, you know we got that data, dog.
For the low. What you want?
You know we got that data on 170 of them, 170 million of them. Somebody say, nah, bro, Pearl Harbor was a real thing. I said, when the last time you wasn't alive for Pearl Harbor, bro. You was not alive for Pearl Harbor. I say, when is the last time you woke up? Oh, there we got 4,000 people in the chat.
You ain't think about no missiles coming through your window.
You feel me? So that's all my thing is. So I'm not saying ban it. I'm just saying like figure out a way to make it work. And the reason why I'm not saying ban it like that is because I understand a lot of people make money off it. Right? And I ain't never trying to get in nobody's pockets. So I think that they have to find a way to make that work. Here's the crazy part about it though. Putting it in Elon's hands is scary too. Bro is a mad scientist, dog. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I think he, real talk, I said this before, I think he like the Albert Einstein of our generation, bro.
I'm gonna call him the Lex Luthor.
Bro, he the Lex Luthor, bro, he got a different type of brain on his head, bro. Yeah. Like, I don't even understand how he thinking. Anyway, let's go a little further, bro. All right, so watch this, Jose. Do we buy the dip here or did we miss the ship? So year to date, NVIDIA is down 14% from its 52-week high. Microsoft is down 12% from its 52-week high. Apple is down 11% from its 52-week high. Amazon is down 7% from its 52-week high. Alphabet is down 6% from its 52-week high. What does that mean, Jose? That, because I know you don't know. All right, so the 52-week high is the highest price that this stock has been in the 52-week period. These stocks are now 13, 14, 11% from that, right? Did we miss the ship or do we buy the dip? So here's what I like to help. So somebody asked me on the Patreon today, they said, Trap, is a stock being off its 52-week high a discount? And here was my response to it, Jose. Let's say something is worth $100. It's now it's now because of greed, because of optimism, whatever it is, it's now selling for $300. But it's worth $100. The value of it is $100. It's now selling for $300. But because of whatever that's going on, it's now selling for $250. Is that a discount or is it still expensive? Say it again.
You said but
say it again.
Because I was putting the poll in the chat at the same time.
Say it again. A stock is valued at $100. So let's say this. Let's say something is value. Value means it's worth, not what it's selling for. Anything that you sell is based on supply and demand. Yo, where's my other baking soda?
Oh, it got squished in the movie.
They got smushed?
Yeah, it's around here somewhere. It's not.
Negative. How we smushed
halfway through the show talking about where my baking soda.
How we smushed the baking soda, bro?
Hey, we did a lot of moving.
I don't like that, dog.
I was gonna buy more boxes, but we ain't had no stickers.
I get some stickers.
I get some stickers.
Don't tell Lashana, though. She's gonna tell me $300 for a sticker. Leon! Oh, she here? Damn.
And she just did it. Sound like an echo when you said
Damn.
Leon.
I didn't think she was here. I tried to talk behind her back. Leon, here's the thing for the stickers. How much there, Lashana? $300? What? What kind of stickers is that, Lashana?
They holographic.
Here's the receipt. She goes find the most expensive. I'm like, Lashana, budget.
Glow in the dark.
Go find the cheap ones. She's
Smell,
like, but you said you
scratch it,
wanted.
sniff.
Then she be like, but you said you wanted. No, I said stickers. Don't mean go buy the most expensive thing. She go buy the Louis Vuitton stickers. What? We don't need that.
Louis Vuitton
We don't need that. But Leon, it has it. I don't care. Send it back. Then she gonna say, the reimbursement fee is, no, ain't no reimbursement. Ain't no more reimbursement.
Oh, not the fee.
Yeah.
It's a fee for the
Ain't no
reimbursement.
reimbursement. What you talking about? I didn't tell you buy that. I said normal stickers. You ain't got the, these are imported from Polynesia. What? They ain't had nothing. They didn't have it at the store. We can go to the bluff and get none. Where we went to got the stickers from.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's my girl though. So anyway, Jose, something is valued at $100. Through the supply and demand, it's now selling for $300. Supply slows down. Demand slows down. It's now selling for $250. Is that a sale or is it a dip?
I know we ain't talking about, so we took it off of stocks, but I want to know.
Well, it's easy to put it in a.
If we're going on product, I want to know, is the product innovating?
Oh my God! What the fuck?
Let me know what we're doing. Is the product innovating? You know what I'm saying? But if we were just going off of it, I'd be like, you know what? It's not a sale.
It's not a sale. So is it a dip? Do you know what a dip is?
I would say a dip is like a price drop. Yeah, like it's some scientific. Am I missing something? It's a price drop, right? The price drop, the dip. Yeah.
Nah, here's the thing about that, Jose. It's okay to buy a dip as long as you don't run out of chip.
Did you just switch?
Gotta switch.
You switched?
You heard it?
No. But
They heard it?
They probably did. I don't know.
Gotta switch, dog. Okay. You can buy the dip, but it's not a discount. And so the goal is to understand the difference between the two. So that's what I said in the Patreon today. I said, you can buy a dip, but know that the dip is not necessarily a sale. It's a difference. So when you buying a dip, are you buying a dip to just add on to the position? Because that can be a thing, right? Like you can buy a dip to add on to your position because it is retracted from its all-time high or its 52-week high. Or you can be looking for a sale, which means you may need it to come closer to the valuation price. Now, here's the thing. You'll get a dip multiple times throughout the year. You may only get a sale once a year. Come on. Come on. And we be teaching up here, dog. You be teaching up here, dog. You feel me? You can get a dip multiple times throughout the year because we already put out the chart, can't think of what show it was. You'll get multiple 1, 3, 5, and 10% retractions throughout the year, right? You get a retract 10%, I think, once a year. You get a 5% somewhere between 2 times a year. You get a 1 to 3%, I think, 6 times a year. I can't remember which one it was. So you got to ask yourself this question. Now, watch this, Jose. Multiple dips can lead to a sale. Come on.
No, I'm with you.
Right?
With you.
So the question is, the real answer to this is, before you buy anything, you must first understand what the true value is.
Yep. That's why I want to know if they're innovating. I did put a poll in there too. We got 80% saying they buying the dip.
For sure. For sure.
And then actually 6 Hustles say, if it's worth $100, Trap, but somebody pays $300, isn't it worth $300?
Hell no. That's a good question. So he said, Trap, if something is valued at if it's valued at 100 and it sells for 300, is it now worth 300? That's a 2. So the answer is yes and no. Here's why. Value is based on the buyer. Worth is based on the significance of the thing. No, worth is based the significance of the thing. I mean, worth is what the buyer is willing to pay for it. Value is what the significance of it is based on fundamental research. Okay, let's dig into it. I like how you look.
The reason why I'm more thinking in the personal branding space because I'm always teaching in the coaching space. I'm like, hey, as soon as somebody pay that, that's your market value because somebody paid it, right? But I could be even off of in regards to the wording, but you know, the market.
So
somebody in the market paid that.
It's what it's worth to the market. So you got to rebrand that. Here's why. Your worth to the market and what the value is 2 completely different things. Right? So when you ask yourself what a company is worth, you're saying to yourself, what's the company's value? That's why I call them value investors. Because what you're doing is you're saying, based on these fundamental principles, this is what it's valued at. Think about this, Jose. Think about evaluation of something is based on you appraising the company, right? So when you're doing research on a stock, you're actually appraising it. Ooh.
Similar to real estate.
He came up with a new term right here, stock appraisal. Write it down. Write it down. Come on now. So when you're doing a fundamental research on something, Jose, you're actually appraising the company to see what its value is. The next thing you're going to do is, watch this, You're gonna see what it's worth to the marketplace. Now, this is where technical analysis comes in at. Because technical analysis means you're looking at the charts. The charts are gonna tell you what is it worth to the market in these different time periods. Come on, bro. We cooking with Crisco. This the fish scale, bro. That thing, come on. We cooking, right? Huh? Yeah, it sounds like the Crisco. You gotta have a shirt on when that start cooking.
Hey,
If that hits you.
except for aunties and grandmas, they don't have no
listen to
gloves,
me.
no nothing.
I saw something on Instagram the other day, bro. I swear to God, I prayed for this guy. He was at the stove. He leaned over and knocked the.
Where'd it hit? His whole back got fried.
He lit the fire. The stuff was on the stove. He cooking. He bent over to get something and he hit it. Shoot, it flipped. That boy hit the. I said, damn. I just pray. I said, God,
Bruh, that is
help that brother, because he probably still screaming like Deontay
Right now.
Wilder said, to this day.
Yeah.
To this.
You ever had like a bad burn? I mean, a little small burn on your hand?
Bro, you know what I thought about? I thought about this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I thought about my grandmother catching me in the tub. And I tried to turn to the side, and she caught that. Nah.
Back to the whoopings. the ET drink. that's the OG
Hit with the
ET.
Heisman.
Oh,
You hit
man.
him with the, you hit him with the Heisman.
That's crazy.
Arch.
Yeah, arching your back. Definitely. Poke it out.
Thigh up.
Oh,
Leg up.
man.
Heel up. God, you hit with the. And she talking about turn around. No. Then you start reaching for the belt. Or you gonna catch it?
Wait, whoa. One. That's 2 offenses right there. Y'all told her no and grab the
That's
belt.
why you get the right hook after that.
And, okay,
The right hook comes, or you grab it, bow. You come bow. You let the belt go, then you come with the overhand. Yeah. Now the belt ain't folded no more. Now the belt long ways, and you getting the tip. Now you getting the jangle. Waka. You
Bruh.
coming with the ecstasy. Coming with. She writing in cursive on you now.
In slow motion. And you can see it all happening.
Now you get it.
Matrix.
You see it coming. Now you don't know what to do. You don't want to catch because you know that catch coming. And now you just, grab it. Yes. You start saying yes. No.
I didn't mean it.
You start praying, God, help me.
God,
Jesus, communion. You start saying anything. You start, grape juice. I don't know. And you just start hollering. You hope she get tired. Don't you gotta ask her? She smokes cigarettes. When she gonna get tired? I don't know. Everything.
Bruh.
I don't know.
I don't think I ever got the tub shower drink. I got the out of my sleep drink.
Nah. Now that I never got.
The out of my
I
sleep.
never got the out of my sleep. They always wanted me to be, what's the word I'm looking for here?
Cognizant, aware.
It's aware of the ass whooping. Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Out of my sleep, I would probably call murder. 100%. But it's murder. You're trying to kill me. All right, let's go a little further. So Jose, I don't have a problem with our people. I don't have a problem with them buying the dip. I will say make sure you got enough chip because you never know how far it will dip. All right, let's go a little further. Somebody say, Trap, she writing in cursive is, I'm telling y'all know that it ain't a right, it's like a over, under, across. It's like a, yeah. It's like, where you get that technique from? Crouching tiger, hidden dragon. I don't know where you get that from. And if your mama did it to you, she wrong. That's what you know what I'm saying? Break the yoke. Break the yoke. All right, so here we go. You know, I'm revisiting this one right here, Jose. We revisited this one, the S&P. We got to revisit this one for a reason, Jose, because we are here in January. I wrote something down today too, Jose. I might have lost it. Y'all know I write down notes. Okay, here we go, right here. Last January, so this was really good. Last January, the market gave us a 2.24% rally in January. Whew. Come on, I'm broke. Last January, the market gave us a 2.4% return. This year, right now, the S&P is down 1.37% and the NASDAQ is down 1.57%.
I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm in a bind, Nate.
Some other time.
Some other time.
Nah. The thing about that is this. Remember we said that the market doesn't always repeat itself. It does often rhyme. And this is based on, since 1928. Now, I should have looked a little deeper into this and I should have looked at something else and I'll say it, but here's how I feel, Jose. And I remember talking about this, bro, before Christmas. And I was like, yo, we got some things to be mindful of. I'm like, inflation is coming up. And here's what we know, bro, anytime, and this is why I didn't make no moves yet. Anytime you see inflation creeping, you gotta pay it attention. You gotta give it attention because inflation adds pressure on the market. So I did some research, I did some homework, and here's what I realized. On average, the 10-year bond, the 10-year note is around 4.6 to 4.7 on average over a 15-year time span, right? So it is not unfamiliar territory. The problem with this is, here's what I learned. The problem with this is because of how much money was injected in the market during the pandemic is what makes this that money has to get out the market. And they're trying their best to get that, and it's hard. Now, watch what I'm about to say. This is something to be mindful of. Those wildfires in California will affect jobs reports. It will affect economic data because you got to realize so many people without jobs. You got to realize so many businesses burned down. That is going to, and so now we got to see what the effects of that going to be as well, because it's going to play in. The market, the thing about the market is it's so relentless, and California is such a huge state. Those ripple effects going to happen, going to be out of this world. They're now saying it can surpass the damages that happened in Hurricane Katrina. Is now averaging about $300 billion in damage. Over 40-something acres of land. Now, I'm going to tell you something, bro, that I felt so disrespected about as an American citizen. 40, bro, you know how big 40 acres of land? 40,000 acres, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, 40,000. Yeah, my farm is 40 acres. 40,000 acres of land. I was so disrespected as an American last night that Joe Biden got on this People TV and said he's giving everyone affected by that horrific event $770 as a one-time payment. I was appalled. Where are they getting
this figure from?
I was appalled.
Where they get, like, they did 750?
I was appalled. As an American citizen. As an American citizen. I'd rather you not get them people nothing. And we just figure out another way to come about. And I'm not saying they deserve way more than that. As Americans, they deserve way more than that, bro. We can at least say, yo, here's $5,000. Something, bro. $770, bro.
What that? Like, I'm trying to figure out even what that buy.
Bro, 700. So you telling me I just lost everything on something beyond my control, and $770. And they made sure they specifically said bro, the way he said, he was like, hey, we're not going to wait till those forest fires stop. We are going to give everyone affected by the forest fires $770
like
as a one-time payment.
He was doing something.
Bro, I had to look. I thought it was
crazy.
AI. I was like, this must be AI. This can't be real. And then like the media, I was like, yo, this real.
You think about people not just losing their
Like we
money.
cannot be the greatest country in the world
Yeah.
saying $770. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I would rather inflation, and I'm about to just be real right here. I would rather inflation go through the roof. Go on and print another $100 million, bro. Go on and print another $200 million, bro. Help them people get their life, bro. You cannot do that, bro. Like, bro, you create inflation for everything else, bro. Go on, print some money, bro. Go on, print some money, bro. I promise I thought that was AI. I was like, bro, this man can't. You cannot be on Beyonce TV. There's no way. There's no way in the world. Now, I'm going to say something that people not going to agree with right here. As much as we don't like Donald, I think Orange Man would have gave more than that, bro. I think Orange Face would have gave a little more than that. Bro, $770, bro. Like, I'm not going to lie. If I'm on TV and I see $770, immediately I'm going to lie. $7,700. There's no way you about to make me say that. There's no way I can read that. There's no way I can look on this and visualize what's going on and say, yeah, we're going to give I would have said 7,000 and I would have let the next administration deal with that. 100%.
That's real.
I would have said $7,700 and let the other administration deal with it.
And that's even low, but yeah, I get it.
I'm saying I would.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm
you know
with
he
you.
ain't gonna say 70,000. You know, hey, this is America.
I don't know. They was giving out PPPs in the
1,400.
You know what I'm saying?
1,400.
Right? Stimulus checks and
So at least I would have been like, yup, there's no way I can do this. They probably would have laughed at the 7,000 too, but that's better than me saying 700. No way in the world I'm gonna say that. No way in the world I'm gonna say, as the president, that the last thing that I said to the American people before I got out of this office was I'm gonna give y'all a one-time payment of $770.
the one time is
No, he said the one time.
like this ain't monthly, this
No,
ain't weekly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I would have
saying?
lied, bro. I'm
Unemployment
telling
get
you,
that.
I would have let Orange Man deal with that. Hey, I know it ain't, I would have said it in a way, like, once I read the 770, like, yo, they crazy. I was like, hey, check it. I know it's not a lot, but we got to help our people. $7,700 to everybody that's been affected by this. That's what we got for y'all. And then they would have been mad at me. I'm like, hey, they got to do it.
It ain't on me.
It ain't on. I said, because guess what? I get out of office Monday.
Right. What you want me to do?
I get out of office Monday.
Monday.
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Handle that. Handle that.
That's for the next man.
Handle that. Bro, you cannot send them people $770, especially since the So here's something I read that's crazy. Watch this, Jose. So I read something that really made me, it be pissing me off, bro. It be pissing me off. So here's what I read. I read that the people who do have insurance, they will be underinsured by a lot. Here's why. it's now not just it's now considered a hazard. So you now got to bring in hazmat. So even if, let's say you had a $5 million coverage, let's say you had $1 million in coverage, $2 million in coverage, that's not going to even cover the home. That's going to just cover the cleanup. Because now you are now responsible to clean up. The insurance is going to take into account what it takes to clean that up. And it's not just a regular cleanup. It now falls under hazmat, which is more expensive. And you got to clean it up and get it checked before you can rebuild. They said,
yeah, this is wild work.
Yeah, bro. I'm just like, you know what really gets me though? And it's not even about this situation, bro. It's like, bro, insurance companies are such a scam.
And they get so much money.
Bro, and they always say this thing to you, like, you don't need the insurance until you need it.
And then when you need it.
But when you need it, they don't want to give it to you. Like, bro, you could be paying insurance for 10 years, bro, and never need it. Okay, cool. But what about in the 11th year?
Yep.
When I need it?
Then they pull the rug under you? You ready to?
Yeah, so that I wasn't feeling. So not only did the $770 piss me off, but then when I read that most people, the people who did have insurance, like they will be undercovered because now it's a hazardous site. I'm like, bro, that's so crazy.
Mike Knight said, how about still paying a mortgage for a destroyed house?
I'm not gonna dig in that because they got people that's
here
really that's dealing with that, and we don't relive that. But that's
like, yo,
I think as an American, bro, I think situations like this are supposed to wake us up as a country. I think that we don't have enough compassion. And I always say, like, I ain't tripping on our government giving money to countries for financial, what is called foreign aid. It's the cost of being in business. Certain things you can't avoid it. It's how you become the big dog. But you gotta be willing to take care of your people. Because I said this on the last show Tuesday. The greatest commodity that America has is its people. It's the greatest commodity America has. It's the greatest commodity that America has. It's its people. Because without the people, you have no America. And you gotta at least, I'm not telling you to fix everything. It's impossible. But you gotta show your people that you appreciate them being Americans. You gotta show your people that you appreciate them saying, this is the country that I go to war for. This is the country that I pay taxes for. I pay taxes not only for protection, but if something happens to me that's out of my control, and we see some neglect, whoever it falls on, that America has my back. Whether it's white, whether it's black, whatever it is. And when you don't do things like that, bro, you make the people of America lose confidence in being Americans. And I'm going to end that on that. Let's go a little further. All right, so they're expecting earnings expectations, Jose. So we are hitting we are into this earnings season. So earnings expectations is great. So one of the things you want to see is you want to see earnings growing when you invest in, right? You want to see earnings growing. You want to see companies evolving, bringing in more revenue, bringing in more profit. We are now hitting this earnings season. Big banks start tomorrow. JP Morgan, I advise everybody to pay attention to that. Also, it is important to understand that there's a rule that however January ends is an expectation for the rest of the year. It's part of the January effect. Part of that effect is coming into January, there's some selling taking place, there's some repositioning taking place, and you want to end it on a good note. Now, what I will say is we got Donald Trump coming in office. We do know that terrorists is the big thing that Trump is. He's pushing that agenda. I want to say this. I'm gonna give you a little lesson right here, Jose. As you see the dollar index going up, Jose, right? So you see the dollar becoming stronger. What that means is the cost of doing business in America becomes more expensive. To doing business with America becomes more expensive, meaning once you convert your money over to American money, it's going to cost you that much more. So the cost of doing business in America becomes more expensive. Everything else leaves with that, right? So that's what you want to understand about the dollar. The stronger the dollar gets, the harder it is for other countries to do business with us. And remember, the way to move around the world, the way we move around the world is you import, export is the greatest business thing that happens, right? Things that we don't produce, we get from other countries. The things that other countries don't produce, we get it from them, vice versa. America is a consumer-based economy. China is a manufacturers-based economy. We understand that? So China makes a lot of money because they produce a lot of goods. America makes a lot of money because we get into that exchange, but America's, that's why I said the American people is the greatest commodities, because without the American people, America cannot be that democratic spot that it is, because you come to America saying that based on the rules of engagement in America, I can start with nothing and still be a millionaire. You can't do that in other countries. You go to China, hey, it's dictatorship over here. You know what I'm saying? So that's supposed to be the greatest thing in that. So you want to see companies growing their earnings, because that means they're making more money. And so I do want to see, so when Donald Trump gets officially, he's president-elect, so he comes in office on Monday, that'll mean we will have we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You have 10 days of January. Our goal is on January 31st, we want to know, which is a Friday, we want to see what the market closes at. We want the market to be positive. If January is a negative market, we got to buckle our seatbelts up, Jose. Because that means we have a bumpy road to the end. We got that? Based on historical data. How you feel about that? Let's go a little further. All right, now I wanted to show this up, and from here, Jose, we'll go to 1-800. No, we'll go to Flush It. No, we'll go to 1-800. We'll go to Flush It, then 1-800. After this one, we'll go to Flush It, then 1-800. All right. No, I won't do this, and then I won't do the Costco joint. So the American economy, the U.S. has just 4% of the world's population, but it has 26% of the world's GDP, which is gross domestic product, right? It has 31% of the world's household wealth, meaning America has more wealthy households than any other country, which is part of the American dream, right? Democracy is the thing over here. Again, you come in America, you're supposed to be able to start from nothing and pull yourself up by the bootstraps overall, right? So 31% of the world's households wealth, which is amazing. 46% of all VC investing, venture capital, meaning we can get together and invest in certain things. And it has 61% of the 100 most valuable companies in the world, meaning 61% of the most valuable countries in the world are based in America. Does that make sense, Jose? But remember, America is only 4% of the world's population. America really isn't that big.
When I saw the graphic, I was like, dang, 4%?
4%. America is really not that big, bro. America is not that. Think about it. We only have 300 and something million people, bro. Think about that then. $8 billion and $300 billion ain't a lot, dog. Might be pushing something. Anyway, let's go to the Costco joint right quick. All right, so Costco, hey, they got, like Costco on another level right now, Jose. So right now, Costco is selling Bitcoin. Now they got the Bitcoin machines, Jose. Bro, hot dogs, gold, platinum, houses, now Bitcoin. I'm gonna say something. Like Costco is definitely one of my favorite companies, bro. Like I just love the way they operate. I love the way they operate. Now, watch this. Let's go a little further. Go to this next one. This is the one that took me out. Costco is building apartments above its stores to address affordable housing crisis starting in 2025. So now you can be like, bro, I live on top of the Costco's.
They wild for that. I love it though.
I ain't mad at it. I live above the Costco's. Watch this. If you live above the Costco's, guess what you're gonna have next? The membership. The membership.
Man, I wonder what the price rates would be. Because with those mixed units, the mixed use units, you know what I'm saying, where you have the ones up top and then the building at the bottom. Well, now you got the whole Costco at the bottom. Like, what does that look like? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
How the price of real estate go up when you next to like a train or
Well, but
mall.
it's gonna be affordable housing, so it's not gonna be like crazy high.
Oh,
but
it is
that's
affordable. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's affordable housing. So it's not. They're gonna make sure it's not like the project. But bro, like you on top of the Costco. Where you live at, bro? I live on top of the Costco.
You know that Costco on 3rd?
The Costco on 15, and I'm up top.
I'm up there.
I'm up top. Bro, this is next level. Gold, hot dogs, Bitcoin, and now they collecting rent. Bro, it's a whole nother stream of rent. Like, I can't wait to go look at the Costco balance sheet and it says rental income. Come on. Rental income. I live at the hey, we got a house party. Where at the Costco on 16th. Second floor, apartment 665. Ain't no weed up here, but they gonna put us out.
Have a meeting downstairs. Give me the hot dog and the pizza.
The Costco on 5th in Washington.
That's crazy.
Now you in the house, then I come in your house, you got nothing but paper towels. Everything by the, Jose, you got everything by the bundle.
Stored up in this room.
Jose got everything by the bundle. The paper plates, the toilet paper, 2-ply,
Dishwashing liquor.
liquor, everything family size.
God,
Now where you get that from? Oh yeah, you know I got the membership. I got the membership.
They probably bring it up to you.
Now you get on look. Now they got the Costco app. Well, your Costco app, you like, your location is on top of the Costco.
Yeah.
The Costco apartments.
Oh, look, you ain't got to wait for delivery.
You know, it's right there. Or you can make your order. The order gonna take an hour. That's slight work. You go to Uber Eats, what you want? The hot dog. I don't eat it, but
Right. People do.
they got the come on.
Get you a Kirkland's.
Everything by the, get you a what?
The Kirkland's.
What is that?
That's their brand.
The
is that their brand
Kirkland.
or
The
they got Kirkland
Kirkland.
everything. Brand, water.
That's Costco?
Vodka.
Kirkland?
Kirkland's.
Why ain't read I know that?
Yeah, Kirkland's is. Yeah.
You drink Kirkland water?
I think I had it before.
Come on now,
I
be
had
real.
hey, I ain't gonna lie. I had the Kirkland vodka drink. That joint huge. It was like
party
$40. It was huge, bro.
Christ.
It's for the party. Go to
Sheesh.
Costco, get that Kirkland. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Let's get it, man. I like Costco. All right, man, let's get to the flush or the flip it, man. Let's go. All right. What about you, man? There we go. There we go. All right, Jose. Let's get into our Flush it or flip it, bro. We're going to run through this right quick, bro. We're going to get through this, Jose. We got to get through it. All right, so if y'all don't know, man, flush it or flip it is, you know, we put our stocks up on the board, and then you tell us if we're going to flush it, you tell us if we're going to flip it. We're thinking short term here. First one on the flush it or flip it is Parker Haniff Corporation, ticker symbol PH. I want to say this though, Jose. Last year, the stock returned 40.56%. Hey, hello. Come on in. Hello. Do we flush it or flip it, Jose? I can't say what is up year to date because it's brand new. We ain't doing that. We got to get later. And last year, it returned 40.56%, Jose. Do we flush it or flip it?
I'm going to talk for the people right now. We're talking about flushing it.
Flush it?
See, look, they turned the tides when you started saying some stuff. But everybody off the gate, it was like 60% flushing it. Now it done flip. Now they say flip it. Man, they be changing their votes. Man, what we doing? Okay.
I'm cool with it. All right, next. Did you put that on there, Sean? Oh. Next one on the list is Omnicorp, Jose. Ticker symbol OMC. Last year, it returned minus 4.5%, Jose. Do we flush it or do we flush it?
We are flushing Omnicorp.
We're going to flush it. All right, next on the list is Masco Corp, ticker symbol MAS. Last year, Jose, it returned 12.75%. We flush it or flip it?
See, look, I was looking at Charter, but that's the one we had put in the chat already, but it's all
okay,
good.
Charter, we'll go to Charter.
Yeah, let's go
We'll go to Charter.
Yeah.
Somebody said, Jose, you be lying. You be blaming it on us. I told y'all. See how he be flipping? Y'all see what he did me last year with the Bitcoin thing. I told y'all. Now y'all see.
Nope.
Dog, that dude ain't loyal like that.
Nope. I had everybody.
Jose will switch on you, man.
I was being the people's
Now y'all see, he gonna talk about, I'm for the people. And as soon as it don't go right, he be like, man, the people tripping. I don't know what they tripping on.
Look, here's the beauty. You know, they call me CVS because I got the receipts. We could go back. The show is on YouTube forever. I could go back right to this moment and show how y'all flipped on me. I don't know why y'all play with me.
Bro said, call me CVS, I got the receipt. Listen, you buy one thing from CVS.
Hey, that joke crazy. That's why
you like, yo, why?
CVS.
What is all that shit? Listen, I just bought Dawn.
That's like Barbara.
You know what?
All I got was a piece of gum, Barbara.
I should have went downstairs and went to Costco. That's what I should have did. I should have.
Golly.
All right, Charter, Jose. Ticker symbol CHTR, Jose. Minus 5% last year. Do we flush it or flip it?
Flush.
All right. Now we're going to Masco now. Ticker symbol MAS, Jose. Up 12.75% last year. Do we flush it or do we flip it? 12.75%.
Tell me a little bit more about the company. You got something on there?
All right,
a little bit. I don't want to just go off of that.
Why you be needing all that?
Just a little bit.
Come on, you know we running time. He won't. What's the paradigm and a dinger, a janger. All right, so let's go. What's the ticker symbol? MAS. Let's go to it. All right, let's go. MAS. I was trying to save freaking energy on my battery. My battery dying. I got 4%.
If anybody know, you know Trap phone stay about dead.
All right, so it manufactures and distributes branded home improvement and building products. It operates through the plumbing products and decorative architectural products segment. Jose, last year, it returned 13%. Flush it or flip it?
All right, we saying flush.
I agree.
You ain't got to read the other ones. I just
now
want
I got
that
it.
one.
You done started. Now I got to.
That one I was just feeling it.
All right, so let me see. All right. So the next one on the list is, if my phone died, Jose, dog, it's definitely on you. It ain't on the people. It's on you. It's on you, dog. All right. VRSK, Jose, is the next one. All right. Versic Analytics, Jose, up 16%. It engages in the provision of data analytics and technology system. The firm also offers predictive analytics and decisive support solutions to clients and rating, underwriting claims, catastrophic and weather risk. They should be in California. It's up 16% last year, Jose. Flush it or flip it.
This one we got flip. I don't think you agree, but again.
Flush it. I ain't rocking with them. They should be in Cali. Helping out.
So it's their fault because they're in Cali.
It's their fault. It's their fault. All right, Jose. Next on the list is Snap On. Y'all know, bro, you know what's crazy? That business is still intact. Bro, I always see him. I always see the little small truck. Right? So next one is Snap On, Jose. The manufacturing of marketing of tools, equipment, diagnostic repair, information, and system solutions for professionals performing critical tasks, Jose. Stock was up 20% last year, Jose. Flush it or flip it.
We are flipping it, 70%.
Now, this one here is one. This one here, Jose.
Edison?
You know they are some people suing them in California right now.
For what?
Saying that they part of the fight. Edison International is a renewable energy company which through its subsidiaries generates and distributes electric power and invests in energy services technology. It's in Rosemead, California. Rosemead. I think I said that right. Last year, Jose, is down 18%. Flush it or flip it.
Down 18. We are fighting back and forth, but we are going to flush.
Okay. All right, next on the list, Jose, is Williams Cars. It operates an energy infrastructure company which explores, produces, transports, sells, and possesses natural gas and petroleum products. Jose, last year, it was up 68%.
God.
Sheesh.
Well,
I just learned a new one.
We flipping that.
I just learned a new one there. That was one I learned about. Last on our list, Jose, is ConocoPhillips. Y'all know what they do, man. The production company which engages in the exploration of transport, marketing, crude oil and natural gas. Jose, last year, it was down 5%. Flush it or flip it.
We flushing.
Flush it. Let's go. 1-800-TRAPPIN hotline. Let's get it. How we feeling, Jose?
Nah, we good. We good. The toilet broke.
My toilet broke. Let's go. 1-800-TRAPPIN hotline. How many we got? 4? It's good money.
What's the deal, Trap? Shout out to Jose for taking my question. I just wanted to know whether you use a benchmark index to create your portfolio, specifically the recession portfolio, but any of your portfolios. I noticed that the recession is spread out amongst different sectors, but just wanted to know whether you use a model portfolio to create yours, or kind of what framework you use to create your portfolio when investing. I appreciate everything you do. And the second thing we need from you is another freestyle over a 2D beat this year. 2024 was hard, but for this year, we needed over a 2D beat. Thanks again. Shout out to all the trappers.
Hey, man, I ain't mad at that. Streets raise me, Wall Street pays me, $2 million in taxes for it. It's crazy. Hey, that was cold blood. That was hard, bro. But let me ask you a question right quick, Jose. You was in there when I did that. What that was like?
I was shocked and surprised.
Because you ain't know.
Yeah, I was definitely shocked and surprised. The one take.
One take.
And then I was fire. And I was a little mad because you ain't asked for the help, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had Toby. I ain't mad at that.
Oh, because I asked you to help?
Yeah, you know.
I didn't think you had that in you. I'm thinking genuine. In those jeans.
Bruh, I was never a singer, though. That's what I'm saying. But it's cool, though. It's cool. It's cool.
I wasn't thinking. I thought you were so anxious.
Meet me in 11th.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm thinking you're gonna be like, we
my whole
flip
life
the
is-
stocks, not the blocks.
Hey, but if you had hit that piece in there, like a little then you start singing.
Streets raise me. Wallstreet pays me. That's what I thought.
With the falsetto?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, put some auto-tune on
Perfect
it.
mixture of Warren Buffett and Meech.
Wait, what am I?
That's what I thought. I didn't think you had to.
Nah, but I appreciate it because it was a surprise too. So it was like, hey, let's go.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But nah,
So-
you killed it.
We appreciate the king for asking a question. First of all, let me tell you something. I like the joy and excitement that he had. You know what I'm saying? Like the joy and excitement that he had is like, yo, that's a good question too. So, you're right, King. Let me say this. You are right because the market, the recession, so it's called the Freedom Index now. Okay? It's called a Freedom Index now. The recession portfolio is everything together. When we break it down, that part of it is called the Freedom Index. The framework behind that is quality companies that are, I have to have a mixture of large, small, and medium, mid-cap. And that is based on how the market is moving. Second thing, nothing in there I want to hold longer than a year. Because every year we recalibrate it. Third, the type of products that I look for are quality products. Recurring revenue models are important for me. Quality products, recurring revenue models, and sticky pricing are things I look for in that portfolio. And it's also, I'm not always looking to buy at a discount. I'm always looking to get it on a dip. And the goal is to have no more than 10 to 12 companies max. 10 to 12 companies max in that portfolio. If you remember last year, after about August, I stopped adding positions and I just let it rock out. So that's kind of the framework about it. It's the Trapper method with a few tweaks in it, for sure. But that's a great question. So far, we're 3 years in on beating the market by double digits. And so we're going for that again. We're going for that again this year. Let's get to it. Give me another one. Let's get another one.
Happy New Year's, Trap. Happy New Year's to all my trappers out there. I had a question for you, Trap, with this new year. I know that every year people usually have New Year's resolutions, but I myself do not believe in New Year's resolutions. However, I do believe in growth, and I'm wondering, my question for you is, I know that as we grow, we have to shed parts of ourselves that no longer serve us. And I would like to know, what parts of you have you had to shed so far to reach the level of success that you have today? And what parts of yourself do you feel like still need to be shedded in order for God to take you to the next place? Again, Happy New Year's, everyone. And I'm happy to be a part of this community. I'm looking forward to another year of growth. Be trapping.
Y'all felt that warm hug?
The warm Christmas tree hug.
Such a warm Christmas tree hug. Such a 2025 hug. You hear me? Shout out to the queen for rocking. The Wall Street looks like us now. Y'all know how we get down. Get your merch. You know what I'm saying? Because George got work to do. Got to keep George working. Got to justify what I'm paying him. You know what I'm saying? What have I had to shed? I'll start with what parts of me have to grow more. The part of me that has to grow more is, as I grow here, allowing people who are smarter than me to be a part of the team. And it's not saying that I don't have people, like Jose is smarter than me in certain areas, George is smarter than me in certain areas, but the problem with that is, the thing with that is, I've known them. Bringing on Bernard was me growing. I've never met him a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I had to trust the resume. I had to trust, and I have a problem with paying. Here's one of my biggest things. I have a problem with paying people that I've never built trust in with. So before, the whole team was built on people who I knew and I had built relationships with, and I watched them in their element do what they do. Like I watched Jose do that. I watched like Lashana do her thing. I knew Tootie did his thing. The only one who I didn't really know did their thing was George, but I knew he was a learner, and because we've been through so much together, I knew the learning process was gonna be rough, but I knew the loyalty wasn't altered. And we bump heads because I know his loyalty good, but I be trying to speed up his learning process. So we'll bump heads when he not learning at the pace at which I want him to learn at, but I never have to question his loyalty. And so this year, the part of me that has to grow more is, and I know it, is letting smart people come in and do what they do. So one of the things we doing is we bringing on production people. I've learned a lot about production over the last 3 years, so you ain't gonna just like talk over my head, but I lean heavy on Jose because he understands that area and I trust him, and I get referrals from people who I trust, who they would recommend. And when that person comes in, like I can, I have a process that we put them through, but it's trusting that I don't have to know everybody and I can put smart people in and feel confident that they're gonna do what's necessary to help us grow. And believe you me, like that is a thing. That is my payroll has doubled. And I look at it every day. I count every line item. That costs too much. Nope, we ain't doing it. So that's one thing that truly has to grow and evolve for me. And one of the things I had to shed was the idea that this is just my vision. I had to shed that because you can share the vision with someone and they can buy into the vision and actually love it as much as you. Like, I have no doubt in my mind that Jose understands the vision just as much as me. Now, the thing about it is because it's my vision, it keeps on expanding. And he doesn't have to keep up with the expansion of my vision because I know he's bought into the vision. So those are some, it may be one and the same, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Growing in one area and shedding that, another area is two different things. And because one of the things you'll hear people say all the time is, it ain't their vision. They ain't gonna see it like you do. Well, if you do a great job explaining to people what the vision is, then now they can buy into the vision and then they can be really strong at what they do at helping you build the vision. So those are truly, truly big for me. And I'll double down on that. Today I called E.T. That's my OG. And I called my OG. And I just use Jose because he's sitting right there, but it's George. I know George sacrificed for the business. He get on my nerves all the time. Like, we bumped heads maybe like 3 weeks ago on the phone, like, bro, I don't care, nigga. A week later, I'm like, yeah, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's my dog. You know what I'm saying? And I'm okay with that. Like, I know we gonna bump it. Me and Jose bump heads. You know what I'm saying? But that's my dog. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I was in the gym yesterday working out, and he told me something about himself. I'm not gonna get into it. He told me something about himself, and I said, dog, this is such a reality check for me because you told me this. I said, now, because you told me this, bro, about you, I know now I gotta communicate with you in a different in a different language. Not saying he's soft, not saying he's hard, but one of the things you gotta learn as you operate in your company, I may can get on George one way, but I may can't communicate with Jose the same way. So as a leader, it's understanding the different dynamics. It's understanding that Lashana is a female in a male-dominant culture. So I gotta understand that she gonna walk through the culture just as a byproduct of her being a woman. She knows she's protected, but she's also in her mind, and it's not me talking to her indirectly, it's just that she's in a male-dominated environment. So in her mind, she subconsciously may feel she gotta show up a certain kind of way just because she's around all men. And so it's my job to help her understand that, nope, you don't have to do that. You're safe here. You're protected here. We family. Not saying you're not gonna butt heads with people, because that's how organizations run. We ain't gonna sing kumbaya, but you don't have to walk around this way because it's all men. You safe here. And so me as a leader, it's understanding the different communication channels I gotta have with everybody, because I'm the leader. We go together, but I'm the leader. And we only gonna go as far as I take us through. So I called my OG today and I was like, bruh, we had a conversation, and he said, yup, welcome to the club. He said, you've now entered a space where trap is no longer capable and you gotta lean on God. He said, he said, you went to the gym and you lift 265, you blinked your eyes, God put 1,000 pounds on it. He know you couldn't lift it by yourself, but he needs you to ask him for a spot. I said, oh my God. Oh my God. Literally, he told me, standing outside. He said, you go to the gym, you can lift 250, 260, that's amazing. But God, when you turned your head and you look back, God put 1,000 pounds on it. You got under because you had the confidence that you can do it. But when you got under it, you realized you couldn't lift it. So you gotta ask him. If you don't ask him, you'll never lift it up. If you do, you're gonna hurt yourself. I said, oof, that's what you got mentors for. So that was it right there. Let's get to it, man. I hope I answered your question, Queen. Thank you for that. You're so beautiful. We appreciate you for being a part of this community. Let's go.
Trav, prosperous day to you, family. How's it going? Jose, appreciate the time, man. It's Coach Thomas here. I got a question for you. So my question is, in studying how you break down the break, what makes you choose one company over the other? What draws your attention to the companies, especially during the downtime? For example, let's say we're looking at United Health, and let's say we're looking at Eli Lilly. Out of the two, both of them are strong companies. Both of them got good financials, etc. The things that you teach us in the courses. But for timing purposes, what would make Trap say, I'm going to drop Eli Lilly in the community and tell them to get in at this price, etc., versus United Health, or vice versa? Mm-hmm. Just want to get a little clarity, from the master in the game, man, so I can go out here and start fishing like you're teaching us, man. In the meantime, I appreciate it. You guys stay rich. Bye for now. We'll see you at the top.
Man, I promise you, bro, you come in here one day and you doing some type of leadership exercise. You doing some type of project, get together. Like, bro, I like the authority. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the authority right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's coach right there. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate your presence, brother. I appreciate your voice. Most importantly, man, I appreciate you coming to me, asking me for a question like that. And I appreciate you respecting my genius in that. So for me, there's a few different variables. It depending on what I'm looking at. It depends on, so I'll just use those two companies for example. One, we know that United Healthcare is the biggest healthcare giant in the game. They set the tone when it comes to healthcare. On the other note, we know that Eli Lilly is a company that is dominant when it comes to insulin in America. They're the second biggest in the world. They're the first biggest in America. And so what I would look at is what type of purchasing power do they have? I would look at what is the competition they up against. Like meaning what's the barrier entry for its competitors? How do they differentiate themselves from their competitors? And even if that's close, now I'm looking for an intangible. So one of the things that drew me to Eli Lilly early on was in the pandemic, their CEO, while everybody was cutting jobs, he didn't cut a job. And that was okay. We were in an environment where people were cutting jobs like crazy. Not only was he not cutting jobs, but he also cut the price of insulin by, I think, a quarter or 35% for everybody that was using insulin. And so for that was an intangible. That doesn't show up on the balance sheet. That doesn't show up on the income statement. It shows up when you listen to a report. You know what I'm saying? So if everything is close, then it's like, okay, what is the intangible factor that truly doesn't really, it's kind of like you looking at a football game, right? And when you're looking at a football game, like this guard, the blindside tackle doesn't get a stat for, he'll get a stat for no sacks. The quarterback, the offensive line as a whole will get the stat for there has been no sacks allowed. What won't show up is he's been going one-on-one against Aaron Donald all day and he hasn't given up a sack. Right? The whole offensive line will get that. That's an intangible. Or it'll show up that, he was able to, they may do an off counter play or something like that, and he was able to, at the snap, roll to the opposite side of the field and then be the leading guard or protector on that side of the field. That's not going to show up on the stat sheet, but if I'm looking at film, that's an intangible. So if I'm looking at two companies together and they are similar in everything they do, I have to now find the intangible. And the intangible is the thing that don't show up on the stat sheet, but they do it really well. Like we can look at the stat sheet and see revenue, we can see profit, we can see all those dope things. And I can say, okay, let me go look at Glassdoor and see how is this company rated as a place to work for? Or let me see how they treat their employees. So that would be the thing that makes me say, hey, they line up with all the tangibles, but intangibly, here's what I like. Right? So like somebody say innovation, like certain things like that. So that is something that I would look for in a brand. If everything else is lining up and it's hard to make the decision, if I'm not just gonna buy both of them, I'm gonna go look for the intangible because there's always one thing that separates a company from another, and I'll find that. So man, such a great question. I like when y'all allow me to go in depth on a question like that. So thank you, King. Keep asking those questions. If you're in a Patreon, don't forget that this Saturday at 1:30, are you available at 1:30 this Saturday? At 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, we are having our Masters of the Triple Beam breakdown. Let's get to it, man. We got one more.
What's up, Trap? When we are researching the sector performance for the new year, what time period do you feel comfortable to see what the market will be rewarding?
Oh, they got the tricks.
Hey, Trap, I had my put for the year. Hertz Global, ticker symbol HTZ. Its gross profit is down in 2023 and trailing 12 months. Its current liabilities is higher than current assets. Free cash flow is negative for the last 5 years. The total debt has been increasing even every year since 2020. Working capital is no good, but that's our put for the year.
Thanks, Trap.
That's they put. I like that put. Watch this. When I look at the maximum return on that company, down 89%. When I look at the 5-year return on that company, down 80%. When I look at the 1-year return, 56%. Year to date is at 3.2%. I agree with that put. Great job, Dad. Great job, kids. Great job, family. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, I'm gonna probably do it this week or next week. I'm gonna put a put on one company for the whole year. This is not for you to follow me. I'm gonna say it again. It's not for you to follow me. Do not follow me, and if the stock go to running up, you talking about I follow Trap, and don't do that. Don't do that. I'm making a 1-year estimation, hypothesis, which is an educated assumption on a company that I think is going to be bad the whole year. Again, do not follow me. Okay, say it again. Do not mean don't. Right? Don't. Okay? Do not follow me. I love them, man. Oh, so next one is what makes me choose one? No, time period for 1 year. So what we're gonna look at is we're gonna look at year to date. How did it? We're gonna look at the 1 year. How did it perform? Then we're gonna look at the year to date on it to see how is it performing as of now. And once we understand that, the market has now put us in position to give us an idea, which is why I'm not really making no plays right now. I know it, like, yep, and don't get me wrong, what I'm doing right now, I'm writing down companies that I see the market is hedging toward based on this. This is why I won't wait till after Donald Trump get in. I want to see how it reacts a little bit. I want to see how these numbers go. I had 3 companies that I looked at that actually doing pretty good right now. But that's the thing. I said something today in my group, and I said, if you feel like you got to make a play every day, like you definitely not ready for this game. If you feel like because you lose some money, it's like somebody asked me today, they said, Trap, is it okay if I get out of a position and get right back in a position the same day? I said, if I get out of a position, I'm definitely not getting right back in a position the same day. If that's the case, I would have did what? Stayed in the position. We just got out of a position for nothing. If you feel like it's gonna go back up, cool. If not, just add another leg to the play. If you believe that much in it and it's not past your thing up, you're gonna get out of it. Let it go down a little bit more, right? So that's how I feel about that. So great job. So that's what I'm looking at when it comes to, that time period. I want to look at year to date to see how I performed last year. If it's a negative company last year, then I gotta wait a little more because I gotta now create a story and I have to see the turnaround in it. So that's important. Is it a double back from last year? Those things are important, but also just giving the market time. So here's the thing. You gotta give the market time to tell you the story. You gotta give the market time to tell you the story. And you gotta be willing to drown out the noise, and you gotta be willing, watch this, you gotta be willing to get out your own head. You gotta because what happens is, if you take a L, it's kind of like you get punched in the face. Now you start to anticipate, like what boxers do is, a great boxer knows how to fake one way and hit you another way. Fake and hit. Reason why is because if I can get you to flinch, it'll expose the area where I can really hurt you at. And so what happens is if you let a loss, make you flinch, then you open yourself up to a greater blow. Because now when you open yourself up, now you won't get in a space where you haven't did all the research at. You won't get into a space where you're not paying attention to what the market doing or not. And now the market has set you up to take advantage of you. I don't want to do that. What I want to do is say, okay, let me see what the market is doing. Again, the plays we lost on weren't new plays. There were plays that was down, going at like Eli Lilly been down for it was up for 2 weeks, and then that bad earnings came out. It never recovered. I said, the best time to get it was under 700, right? I said the best time to get it is under 700. It hit 696. Something like that. I said, that's the best time to get it under 700. But I wasn't emotionally attached to jump back in it. And here's why. We made so much money on it during the year. We made so much money on it during the year, I wasn't tripping to jump right back in it. You know what I'm saying? But I tell my people that. I say, listen, if you want to get back in Eli Lilly, y'all, when we took that hit, I said, the best time to get back in it is under 700. Some people jumped in it again like 730, 740. They was like, nah, Trap, you tripping. I said, all right. Stock went to 696. They were like, damn. You know what I'm saying? And you just understand it. And here's what I also tell my people too. I told them in a group today, I say, I'm not a I told you so person. Because I told you so person is bad morale for the group. And I don't want nobody in the Patreon to be a I told you so person. I want everybody in the Patreon to encourage and be able to help your brother or sister when they take a L. Because in most cases, if you've been with me for 2 years, 3 years so far, you've taken some L's, but on the other side, you be like, bruh, like it increased my capacity, and now these wins look real good, right? And so don't be the I told you so. Don't be the, oh man, I told y'all. Like, I don't like that. Because you're not showing compassion for your brother and sister. You acting like you ain't never took an L, right? Whether it was with me or whether it's on your own, right? You may take an L on your own. You may not say nothing, but you tell about all your wins, right? That ain't good morale for the community, right? It ain't about me always being right in the community. That's why I come on here every Tuesday and show y'all the wins and the losses. And I don't run from them. I face the losses head on because I know it's a part of the game. And what I try to do is I try to give the people in the community and y'all who come on Trappin Tuesdays, I try to give y'all my thesis behind the situation. You feel? I do my best to do that. And the reason, because it's easy to try to come in the community and make me look bad. But all I'm going to say is, I took some L's, but I made $2.5 million last year. I made $850,000 in 6 weeks and used that to pay down payment on the building. I'm okay with taking an L here and there. The year before that, we did $500,000. We cool. The year before that, we did $250,000. My thing keep going up. We did $1 million on one trade last year. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to take an L in this game. The L doesn't define you. It actually redefines you. It's not boxing where if you don't go 50-0, you feel like you ain't it. I can't lose no trades. You're going to chase everybody. I don't care who you go to. I don't care who you go look at on the internet and ask them, I won't get in this group. Now you group hopping. That's okay with me too. But I don't care what community you get in. You're going to take an L if that person is serious about the game. Now, the dangerous part about me is because we buy more time and because our play is a little expensive, our L's cost a little. They hurt. They sting a little bit more. They sting. I'll be honest. They sting a little bit more. They sting a little bit more. Right? But for the community, for me, it's always about us encouraging each other, y'all. And that's whether you in this chat, that's whether you in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we encourage each other. Hey, it's going to be all right. Somebody said, and I make jokes about it. One of the dudes in the group today said, he said something today, Sean, it was so funny. He said, Trap. He said, man, bro, this L, I ain't gonna say the number because it's that person's business. If you're in a group, He said, bro, this L here hurt my heart. I said, stay up, Kane. Don't die, Kane. You're gonna be all right, Kane. And everybody in the group started laughing when they saw it. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. It's about, saying, all right, bro, look, you took the L, we gonna get it back. Don't let it discourage you. But if you want to take a second off, I feel you, I understand. I understand. But we gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. It's a part of the game. We navigate through it, y'all. We gonna be all right. And that's for everybody. You feel me? And as a leader, I went in a group the last 2 days. They like, bro, you've been in a group a lot these last 2 days. Because I don't got to encourage you when you winning. You really don't need my support when you winning. When we winning, somebody said that was me, Trap. Jay Reeves, for sure. Right? Like, you don't need, like, when you winning, you don't need my support. You feeling good. You need me when the market ain't right and the waters are choppy. You need me. I understand how to play the community. I can drop when y'all hitting licks like crazy. You don't need me to be in there every day. I just, hey, y'all win. How y'all feel? Y'all good? We good, Trap. I can let y'all. I don't gotta custodial the house party. I know y'all drinking and smoking weed up in there. But when I ain't there, I gotta come in there because it becomes too much down talk. And I gotta come in and make my presence felt to be there for y'all, to support y'all, to rock with y'all, to let y'all know I'm with y'all, I ain't tripping. And I'm in there the last 2 days in the midst of doing what? building this and coming in here for 12 hours. So I just love y'all like that, man. You know what I'm saying? I love it. But let's end it for the night, man. Listen, we had an amazing day today, man. Thank y'all for being here tonight, man. Jose, we had 4,100 people topped out. He gonna say we had 20,000 all together, so I know how that go, right? Amazing show today, man. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all so much, man. Y'all don't know, and I always say, man, without y'all, there is no me. Without y'all, there is no Trappin Tuesday. Without y'all, there is no Wallstreet looks like us now. It's I look like Wallstreet looks like me now. And this thing is way bigger than me. It's about all of us. Whether you're in a Patreon, whether you're in a Trappers Anonymous, whether you just come on to YouTube every day, it's about all of us. It's about saying not only does Wallstreet look like us now, it's saying freedom is now my birthright and claiming it. It's saying that Wallstreet is the key component to us reaching the promised land. It's not saying it's the only thing, but it's the thing that we use the most to attain our freedom. Whether it's options, whether it's buying whole, just understand that you have the power to do the same thing that the millionaires and the billionaires are doing. But you don't get that overnight. You work it day by day. Every percentage of that paycheck, every percentage of your business, you take that percentage and you use that to buy back your freedom. And remember, freedom is a gift. Don't let it become a burden. But you do bear the responsibility of it. Because once you attain it, you now are responsible for showing everybody in your family, everybody in your community, you now are responsible making sure that they now understand what freedom looks like, what it feels like, and the sacrifices that are necessary to attain it. It's on you to paint that picture. It's on you to paint that picture. Because up until you, they have no exposure. They just have an idea. And it's on you to turn the idea into reality. And you do that by winning and by losing. You do that by letting them know it ain't cheap. It's the most expensive thing you'll ever pay for. But not only that, you gotta pay for it every day. Because the minute you miss a payment, it will be relinquished from you. You gotta let them know that. You don't become free and get comfortable. You become free and you work a little bit harder. You ask yourself, why do the wealthy people keep needing more money? Keep needing more money? Because Ronald Reagan said this, and I love this quote. He said, we are always one generation away from freedom being extinct. You're one generation away from it. Ask Cornelius Vanderbilt. So you had a responsibility. You had a responsibility. You know the power of the market. You know the power of it. You know what it can do. It's the reason why I show the wins and I show the losses, because I never want you to be fooled. It is sweet. But like Chinese food, it comes with sweet and sour sauce. It got a little bite. It got a little kick. And sometimes that kick hits you in a place you don't want it to hit. But it don't mean you fold. Because you can't get back up and you can't apply pressure to the market. That's when you take control. Don't let the market apply pressure on you. So every time the market is in the red, and every time inflation is going up, and every time they got some news coming on, the market applies pressure on you when you think about getting out, when you think about selling, when you think about panicking, when you think about taking a loss too early. That means the market is applying pressure on you. But when you navigate the game and you get good, you say, yep, I'm gonna put a put right here. Man, kill that. When you say, yep, I'm gonna do when you say that, I'm going to average down right here. Yep, that's it. When you say I got my price points in order, I got my exits in place, that's you applying pressure on the market. That's you standing firm. That's you not folding. Don't let the market make you fold. You make the market bend to your rules because you made a formula. Because you made the formula. You made the formula. You've been through it. And you become the Moses, you become the Harriet Tubman, you become whatever brave person you want to be. You become the Napoleon Bonaparte, if that's who, you become that person that says, not only will I conquer, but I will destroy. And And I'm gonna go back and get some people because it's my responsibility. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trappin, man. Episode 126, Trappin Tuesdays. I'm gonna see y'all same time, same place next week. Make sure y'all get y'all merch. Make sure you go look at the Wall Street Trap or YouTube. We got some dope content going over there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all next week. Good. Eddie, what's up, bro? It's a long show, bro.